I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up? This is our boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. This is fight night, fight day. Billy Joe Saunders versus the impeccable, invincible, best fighter pound for pound in the history of boxing, according to his fans, Canelo Alvarez. Having a drink right now. I know it's Saturday. I never go live on a Saturday at 3 o'clock. Shout out to my main man, Michael Buffer, man. Michael Buffer. Let me give you the Ali Bell, brother. Give you the Ali Bell. Michael Buffer, the Ali Bell. This is fight night. This is fight night. It is what it is. Let's go, Billy Joe. Let's go, Billy Joe. Hey, listen. Hey, Aaron. Let's go, Billy Joe. Let's go, Billy Joe. Hey, guys. That's it. We're going to make a song. You know what I mean? Salute to everybody, man. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. I know it's kind of, last minute. You know what I mean? So again, Saturday, I know I never really do lives on a Saturday, but yeah, man, we rocking out today, man. Let's go, Billy Joe. Let's go, Billy Joe. They say AJ coming, but I don't believe it. Yeah, I don't know, Michael. Mike, I don't know. I don't know if AJ coming. Shoot, hey man, shout out to my brother Charlo, man. Char to the low. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Charlo. Shout out to my brother Michael Buffer. Shout out to New Money DMG. New Money is the good money, that fresh money. New Money DMG. How can you hate a name like that? You can't. Shout out to my brother. Shout out to UGC Flame in the building. Shout out to Sir Dextros. Shout out to Aaron Story. Charlo. What you say? Charlo OSS. Okay. Yeah, man. Old Charlo, man. Charlo, man. Cool as hell, man. That's a good brother. Shout out to my main man Peter Reeves. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to the fans corner. Again, I know that we're gonna give everybody time to roll in. You know they're gonna roll in here. They're gonna roll deep. You see what I'm saying? So listen, man. I just want to give everybody a shout out, man. Right now, this is Billy Joe Saunders Saturday. Billy Joe Saturday. You see what I'm saying? I'm calling it to existence. You see what I'm saying? I know y'all think I'm crazy. I know y'all think, man, ain't no way in here, man. Coach tripping, man. Billy Joe Saunders don't stand a chance against Canelo Alvarez. I'm sipping on some sangria right now. Sangria. Later on tonight, we're going live later on tonight at 8 o'clock. We're going to rock live. I do have the zone. I'm going to cover the fight round by round analysis. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I have no idea who's on the undercard. I haven't even paid attention to the undercard. This fight has really been ramping up this week. And I think a lot of the antics that Billy Joe Saunders has done has really sparked a lot of interest in this fight. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm going to be honest with you guys. No one was really talking about it. Maybe outside of Texas, I didn't hear anybody talking about this fight like that. But now I think a lot of the antics that Billy Joe Saunders has done, I think that it really brought bringing attention to this fight. And now it brings excitement to the fight. You see what I'm saying? I'm excited to see the fight, man. You know what I mean? As you know, I have $100 on Billy Joe Saunders. Again, let me explain. Peter Reeves, what do you say, brother Coach? Did you put 100? Yeah, I did. I placed a $100 bet with Vegas. The Vegas odds is 450. Billy Joe is plus 450, and Canelo is a minus 700 favorite. So let me explain this to you guys. If you bet 700, in order to make some money on, if you want to make $100 with Canelo, you're going to have to bet 700. That, to me, that doesn't make any sense. You see what I'm saying? And you're not going to get anyone. Hold on, guys. Name my computer look like it's going dead. Hold on, guys. Hold on. All right, guys, I'm back. Hold on, let me I have to my charger. The computer is trying to go dead. We don't need that. The computer going dead on the live. So let me all right, here we go. I'm back, and I'm back. Turn the camera back on. Yeah, when I had to go get the charger, I'm looking at the computer and it's like, man, it looked like it was going dead. I have a laptop, so I have a MacBook Air. I had this computer probably about 5 years now. I'm gonna go buy me a new one, buy a brand new one. So I kind of like streaming off the laptops better. But I'm gonna start, once I get my studio set up, you guys are gonna see. You're gonna love the layout. The layout on the studio is gonna be beautiful. Some of the super chats that I received, man, really, really helped me out a lot. Super chats and even cash apps, because I'm able to buy a lot of different stuff. Like I have a light right here, I have a light right there, which this would be to you guys is right, this would be to your left. So I have a light right here. I have several different webcams. I have different monitors. But the studio is getting set up, so it is what it is. But yeah. As I was saying, as it relates to the bet, you can't make any money. Like anybody who's rooting for Canelo, you're not gonna make any money. I'm gonna tell you why you're not gonna make any money. Because no one is betting against Canelo. So if no one is betting against Canelo, you can't find anyone to make money off of. So the only thing you're gonna do is just say Billy Joe Saunders is gonna lose, Canelo gonna beat him, and that's it. You ain't gonna make no money. You know what I mean? So with me, if Billy Joe Saunders wins, I make $450 off of $100 bet. In order to make $100 with Canelo, you're gonna have to bet 700 because he's a minus 700 favorite. You see what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. I don't care. I bet on Billy Joe. It don't matter. If I lose, it's $100. If I win, it's $450. And that's how I'm looking at it. So really, I'm betting on my money. Actually, Coach, Canelo on points is okay money because they expect the KO. Canelo on points. That's a If they I haven't looked at that. That's Michael Buffer. You make a valid point. You make a valid point. Canelo on points. I haven't even looked at that because everybody is saying that Canelo's going to knock Billy Joe Saunders out and stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, I just don't see that. I don't see nowhere in the hell where Billy Joe's going to not Billy Joe. Canelo's going to knock Billy Joe out. I just don't see it. You see what I'm saying? I don't see it. I don't see him hitting Billy Joe with those punches that he load up on. Because Canelo loads up on all of his power shots. You can see him coming before he get there. He loads up on his shots. I've been following Billy Joe Saunders enough to know that he's not going to get hit with that. Is Canelo going to win? It's a possibility. But we don't know. That's why they fight. If Billy Joe Saunders can win, it's a possibility. This is why they have upsets in boxing. You know what I mean? They call it an upset. Why? Because the majority of the people didn't see it coming. They didn't see the guy who was the underdog. They didn't see no possible way he could win. I'm saying that there's a possibility that Billy Joe can win the fight. That's what I'm saying. Others are saying that Billy Joe is a trash fighter. Canelo is his unstoppable machine. He's not human. He can't be beat. He's you know what I mean? He's the greatest fighter of all time. I'm not of that crowd. I've been watching boxing long enough to know that anything can happen in the sport of boxing. The guy who is the underdog, he may come out and have the fight of his life. He may have a fight that you just wait a minute, man. What is he doing? You know what I mean? I don't listen. You know what I should have bet on? I should have bet that Billy Joe doesn't get knocked out. Anybody, I got my cash app up there. Anybody want that bet? Anybody who think that Billy Joe is going to get knocked out, we can bet on that. I don't think he's going to get knocked out. We can bet on that. We can bet on that. There's a lot of people who say Billy Joe gonna get knocked out. I don't think so. Billy Joe ain't never been dropped before. I don't think so. We can bet on that. We can definitely bet on that. Fat Apple, salute to you, fam. Salute to my main man, Fat Apple. We're gonna ring the Ali bell for him. Ring the Ali bell for my brother Charlo, Peter Ingram. What's going on? My main man Aaron Story. Charlo, I got some nice Polish beer. Hey man, hey, I'm thinking about going to get me some Guinness Stop, man. You know how you guys know I love that Guinness Stop. You know what I mean? Shane, what do you say? Some people say Billy Joe hasn't been the same since he tested positive. Yeah, some people say that. And the people say, yeah, you know what, Shane, you're right about that. And people say the same thing about Canelo. He hasn't been the same since he tested positive as well. So I don't know. You know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there. All the rumors since Anthony Joshua got off the plane in Dallas is that he's going to show up at Canelo Saunders fight with Fury already there. They will announce the two. They will announce the two tonight. Well, I believe it when I see it. I don't know if AJ has is there any footage? Is there any footage of hold on, who said this? It's a move as a UK Boston fan. Of course, I want BJ to win, but Kenny, I think Canelo is the fighter of history. What you say? You think that Canelo is the fighter of history? Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. I'm trying to find because someone said something about AJ. Charlo, what do you say? You say I got myself some Guinness Stout ready to go. I don't know him to drink Guinness. Hey man, hold on. Let me see. It's a comment I'm looking for. My friend has a bet where if there's no knockdown in the fight and Canelo win on points, he gets $130 for 20 euros. Yeah, that's a good bet. That's a good bet, Michael Buffer. That's a good bet there, bro. I'll take that bet. He say if there's no knockdown in the fight and Canelo win on points. Oh yeah, I'll take that bet. That's a safe bet. 20 euros to get you 130. 130, man. Come on, man. You know that. Come on, man. You know what I mean. Eubanks hurt Billy Joe Saunders. That Billy is prone to gassing in the 7th round. Beyond, he probably would KO him sometime around 9-11. Yeah, man. I don't think Billy Joe can get KO. I don't think that. Canelo's not a knockout artist like that. He has 18 fighters that went the distance with him. So, he's not a knockout artist like that. Now, if he was fighting Amir Khan, I say yeah, but Billy Joe ain't no Amir Khan. What you say, Peter Reeves? The amount and level of Canelo fight is why I bet on Canelo. Yeah, but how you gonna make money though? Like if you gambling on Canelo, you got to put a boatload of money on him. So everybody who betted on Canelo, let me know how much. Let me know who you bet with and how much money. Because the odds is he's a minus 700 underdog. He's a minus 700 favorite. You ain't gonna make no money on no Canelo betting on gambling unless you found somebody on the side making a side bet, but on the side bet, but you know what I mean. I don't know, Peter Reeves. You said you bet on Canelo. Who you bet with? I'm anxious to find out. Shell, what's going on? Yeah, I just went live at 3:00, about 14 minutes ago. Yeah, everybody getting ready for Mother's Day. Mother's Day tomorrow. Happy Mother's Day to everybody who still had their mother in their life. Newspapers in England running the story that AJ fight will be announced. Yeah, man, I can't. This whole thing is such a roller coaster. But there's a reason why Tyson Fury hasn't walked away yet. He did a lot of talking. He gonna walk away. He gonna do this. He gonna do that. But he ain't walked nowhere yet. So there's a reason why he hasn't. You know what I mean? So I see that too. Because I wanted to call this bluff, man. Walk away. You say because you don't gave 25 deadlines. All 25 of the deadlines passed, and you're still there talking. So apparently Tyson Fury ain't no fool. It's just like Buster said. You know what I mean? Halim said it best. Who's going to walk away from $80 million? He got an opportunity to make $70 to $80 million fighting Anthony Joshua. Who's going to walk away from that? I know Tyson Fury is suffering from mental health. He has mental health issues, but I don't think his mental health is allowing him to leave from all that money. Because Anthony Joshua is the retirement plan. Believe that. He is the guy in the heavyweight division. Period. Because you ain't gonna get no career payday fighting nobody outside of Anthony Joshua. You're not gonna make retirement money like that. You know what I mean? So it was me about AJ. What you say? It was me about AJ. Another channel said AJ arrived in Dallas today. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's not true. I have no knowledge on it, so I can't really, to be honest with you, Fat Apples, I can't really even comment on that, brother, to be honest with you. Shout out to my main man, Halim. Halim, what's going on right now? Ali Bell for Halim. Just check Joshua's Snapchat. He's still in London. Rocket Andretti said he's still in London. Okay. Again, I don't know. I have my phone right here. I don't know if he's in London or he's in the U.S. I don't know anything. All I know is the fight going down tonight like the Titanic. Going down like the Titanic. And I think we're gonna get a good fight. What you say? You won't make nothing on Canelo. Hey, Thomas Vasey, that's what I'm saying. Like, the only way you can probably make something, has either fighter ever been in trouble before? I mean, both fighters. Well, Billy Joe's undefeated. I think, some people might say Billy Joe been in trouble. I don't know. You know what I mean? I've only seen 4 of Billy Joe Saunders fights. I saw Chris Eubank Jr. fight. I saw the Martin Murray, and I saw the David Lemieux fight. And I saw another one of his fights. I forgot the name of the guy. And that's it. I don't know, I don't know much about Billy Joe Saunders' career because I haven't followed it. You know what I mean? I just saw what the betting odds were. The betting odds is $100 bring you $450. $100 betting with Canelo won't bring you nothing. So, if I'm a bet, I'm looking to see where I can get me some money at. You know what I mean? So that's how I'm looking at it. What do you say, Thomas Vasey? I have a feeling Fury and AJ will be announced tonight. AJ is apparently there tonight. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't, I have no idea. I have no idea, man. Shane, what do you say, brother? You say, how does the WBC allow this? Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. I need to sleep soon. Have to work in the morning. So I need to wake up at 3-9 to watch fight. Yeah, man. Go ahead and get you some sleep, Aaron, man. Get you some sleep, bro. Get you some sleep, fam. You know what I mean? Fat Apples, what do you say, brother? You say that juicy beef was a story of nonsense because I don't believe eating that much meat would give you high levels of PEDs, let alone a steak. Canelo only chef is his father, who only cooks for him. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know about no beef, nasal spray, none of that. All I know is the beef, the nasal spray is not going to affect this fight. Well, at least I don't think. You know what I mean? At least I don't think it will. Unless you got deep pockets, you ain't making nothing. Hey, Thomas Vasey, exactly. In order for you to make a decent amount of money on Canelo, you gotta bet. You gotta be putting down thousands of dollars. $700 will bring you $100. $1,400 bet on Canelo will bring you $200. $2,100 bet on Canelo will bring you $300. So it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense to me. I'm saying to me. You know what I mean? What's happening, Coach? Canelo by stoppage inside 7. Yeah, man. I'll take that bet. I'll take that bet, Nick G. I'll take that bet. I say it's going 12. Ain't nobody knocking Billy Joe Saunders out before no 7 in the 7th round. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. And I'm not even a Billy Joe Saunders fan. I'm not a Billy Joe Saunders fan, guys. I'm not a guy who, you know what I mean, who's followed his career throughout his whole career. I don't have any emotional investment in Billy Joe Saunders like that. You know what I mean? But I've watched 4 fights of Billy Joe Saunders, and the 4 fights that I've seen, and I saw some highlights of Billy Joe Saunders. And one thing I noticed off the rip, Billy Joe Saunders has excellent footwork. He has some of the best footwork in the sport of boxing right now today, period. I'm not talking about skills or nothing like that, even though footwork is skills. I'm saying Billy Joe Saunders has some of the best footwork in boxing right now today in 2021. It's Billy Joe Saunders, it's Terrence Crawford, it's Sean Porter. I'm saying like footwork wise, just the way he navigates through the ring, he has quick feet. Manny Pacquiao has quick feet. Billy Joe Saunders has fluid hips. If you don't know anything about boxing, you talk to a coach, they'll tell you how important it is for a fighter to have fluid hips. You see what I'm saying? It makes things a lot easier for you to move and slip punches and stuff like that. Canelo Alvarez has fluid hips. He has good upper body movement. Lower body movement, not so. But upper body movement, it is. You see what I'm saying? So I'm anxious to see how the fight is going to turn out. Anxious to see how it's going to turn out, man. You know what I mean? Watching the fight for $1.99 and Happy Meal is lit. Paul CS, what you say, fam? He said, you don't want to bring no beef. Bring some beef, you'll lose some teeth. Banger back in the day. Hey, man, listen, man. Hey, I'm sipping on some sangria right now, man. Sangria. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? El borracho. That's the drunk, alcoholic. I'm not an alcoholic at all. None of that. I just sip a little wine every now and then. I drink me 2 Guinness stouts, and that's about it. I have a 2-drink a maximum. 2-drink maximum. I drink 2 drinks, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. Sipping on some sangria because I know I'm gonna get on this Guinness stout later on today. You know what I mean? So Calhoun was proving the best at 168 by the time winning the WBSS. Okay. Yeah, man, you know what I mean? It is what it is, man. Oh, you mean Caleb? Oh, Caleb Smith is an average fighter. Yeah, Caleb Smith didn't even show up to fight. He's 6'2", just sat there and let a little 5'8" Canelo punch on him all day. See so listen, what it is this here, man. You win fights based on having heart, skills and heart. You see what I'm saying? When you walk into a fight and you already afraid, you shaking like booty meat, you coming in there folding up, balling up, making the fighter who you're fighting look like he's the greatest fighter in the history of boxing. Something is wrong with you. Who raised you? You see what I'm saying? So, and that's not Canelo's fault. If a fighter gets in the ring with Canelo and he doesn't fight, he folds up, that's not Canelo's fault. That's not Canelo's fault at all. If these guys are showing up and they're not trying to fight, I can't get mad at Canelo for that. Canelo's job is to stop his guy, knock him out, win the fight. That's what Canelo doing. Now, if Callum Smith comes in the ring and he wants to fold up and hold on the ropes and get in a tight high guard and let the guy just punch him, then hey, man, that lets you know he came up he just came to get the check. I don't think Billy Joe Saunders is coming to get the check. I think Billy Joe is coming to win, to make history. I heard it before. Billy Joe has only had 3 or 4 fights in the past 5 years. I heard all of that. I heard that Billy Joe Saunders, he's never faced a fighter like Canelo Alvarez. I heard that Billy Joe Saunders doesn't take the sport seriously. He lets his weight get out of control in between training camps. I've heard that Billy Joe Saunders, and all of this I heard from people from the UK. People from the UK don't have no faith in them Billy Joe Saunders. They don't have any faith in it. And it shocked me. It really shocked me. You know what I mean? I have so many people from the UK hit me up rooting for Canelo Alvarez. That's amazing because you'll never see a Mexican rooting for Billy Joe Saunders. You won't see that. You won't see that. You won't see a Mexican fan of boxing root for Billy Joe Saunders. But in the UK and in America, you will see a UK people from the UK. They will root against their British fighters. You know what I mean? Not all of them, but some of them. Now, I'm not saying there's not no Mexicans on the planet that will not root against Canelo Alvarez. Of course, I'm being facetious. I'm just saying that it's not the norm. That's not the norm. It's not the norm for you see fans of Canelo Alvarez or Mexican fans. More than likely, they'll side with, the Mexican fighter. I'm not saying all of them won't do it. You know what I mean? But ignorant bosses say there's plenty of Mexicans cheering for Billy Joe. Where they at? Let me know where they at, ignorant bosses. Where they at? Are they here in the United States? Let me know where they at. I don't know any. Yes, but half of Mexicans do not like Canelo. I've heard that half of the Mexicans do not like Canelo, but I haven't seen any proof of that. They don't like Canelo. When Canelo fight, they come out for Canelo. I haven't heard of that. I mean, I haven't seen that. Because I heard people say that. Hey, Peter, I hear people say that half of the Mexicans don't like Canelo. No one has showed me any proof that that's true. I haven't seen that. I just haven't seen it. Like, why they don't like Canelo? Fat Apple say, I don't know any Mexicans, full stop, let alone any ruling for Billy. I'm just saying, I don't, you know, if it is ignorant Boston, what you say, man, G Funky is one of them, and you know him. Oh, okay. Well, I'm just saying that might be one guy, but what I'm saying is like the overwhelming. Listen, check this out. Hey, ignorant boxing. Today is I think the fight is sold out. It's 70,000 fans that's going to be in attendance, and I would say 90% of those fans are going to be of Mexican descent, whether they Mexican Americans or whether they from Mexico. Watch how crazy those fans are going to be yelling and screaming for Canelo tonight. And watch how many be screaming for Billy Joe Saunders. Watch how many be screaming. I'm telling you, Billy Joe is walking in the lion's den. What's the big fight after this? The big fight after this is what's my guy name from the UK? Josh Taylor versus Jose Ramirez. That's going down May 22nd. And then I think we have the Teofimo Lopez fight happening in June. So we have some good fights, Shane. We have some good fights, Shane. We're gonna have after the night's fight, regardless of who wins, whether Canelo win or Billy Joe win or nobody wins. You know, after the night, May 22nd, guys, we're gonna have Josh Taylor versus Jose Ramirez. I got my money on Josh Taylor. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and invite somebody here. I got my money on Josh Taylor. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to look at the betting odds as well. I got my money on Josh Taylor. I know that's going to be a 50-50 fight. I'm anxious to see who is and I know that Jose Ramirez, his trainer is Robert Garcia. His trainer is Robert Garcia. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know ignorant about what he's mean. I mean, if Canelo went to the UK, it would be the same. We cheer for our countrymen. I'm not from the US. Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, no, but ignorant boxing. I'm gonna tell you something. I know a lot of people from the UK. Again, these people don't represent the whole entire UK, so I'm not saying that. But the people who I know from the UK, they don't think Billy Joe Saunders have a chance. They just don't. They're like, oh, well, I hope he wins. I want him to win, but I just don't see him winning. Then, man, you don't hope he win, and you don't believe he can win. There's no such thing as I hope he win. I believe he can win, but I'm rooting for Canelo. I mean, that's crazy. I'm from the U.S. I have more faith in Billy Joe Saunders than people from the UK. Now, of course, I'm not saying that everybody from the UK feels the same way. I'm not saying that. People from the UK are not a monolith. Everybody doesn't think the same. But I'm just being facetious, of course. But I'm saying from the people that I know and from the different channels that I go to and watch, and a lot of people who I know that's commenting and talking about this fight from the UK, all of them are betting for Canelo, and they ain't giving Billy Joe Saunders a chance, which is shocking to me. It's very shocking to me. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. I've only ever seen casual Mexican fans rooting against Canelo. Yeah. Sir Destros, I'm here in the States, man. I haven't seen that. Like the stuff that they say, well, half of Mexicans don't like Canelo Alvarez. I'm like, which Mexicans they talking about? Where? Like, no one has shown me that people from Mexico don't like Canelo Alvarez. Half of Mexico don't like him. I mean, that's crazy. If you know anything about Mexican boxing fans, they don't go against their countrymen like that. Not in mass numbers. Now, you might get some of these American-born Mexicans. They may do that. You see what I'm saying? Who's been Americanized and stuff like that. But nah, man, they don't do that. Hell, even with Oscar De La Hoya, they didn't look at Oscar De La Hoya as being a true Mexican because he was from LA and he spoke very proper English. He was the golden boy. And Canelo, and even when Oscar fought, Oscar was the pay-per-view cash cow. And Canelo Alvarez is the cash cow. So I just don't see that. I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. I don't see that. No one knows Canelo in the UK. If the fight was in the UK, even Chisora versus Price would get more people to turn up. Yeah, I didn't know that. See, I was under the impression that Canelo Alvarez, And there's a lot of people. Hey, Fat Apples. There's a lot of people in the UK, and right, like I'm telling you, man. I talked to Lady Shan. I talked to a lot of different channels. I was watching a channel last night, UK channel. He was up like 2 a.m. UK time, and he was saying that how Canelo Alvarez is going to knock Billy Joe Saunders out. A UK channel. All I'm hearing from the UK is Billy Joe Saunders doesn't stand a chance. This is what I'm hearing from UK boxing channels and friends of mine who I talk to on what is it called? I don't know. WhatsApp. Friends of mine who from the UK I talk to on WhatsApp. All of them are in unison saying that Billy Joe don't stand a chance, and I don't get it. I don't get it. You know what I mean? Alphabet Boy is going to be on suicide watch when AJ Fury announced later. Let's see. Salute, fam. What's going on? I have Sykes Gamer. What's going on, fam?
What's up, man? So
where you from? Where you from, brother?
I'm from Iraq.
You from where?
I'm from Iraq.
Iraq?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Talk to me.
Okay, so I got a question for you. So how are you feeling about this fight? Like, how are you feeling since it's this tonight? Are you going to be doing a watch party for the viewers, the entertainment? What are you going to do? You going to be doing a watch party?
Yeah, absolutely.
So your prediction is Canelo?
Nah, I got Billy Joe Saunders. I got $100 on Billy Joe Saunders.
Oh, damn. All right. Let's see. Hopefully Billy wins, like the underdog, rises up from the occasion, Hopefully, because it'll be more interesting, We'll see what he'll do if he does win, So it'll be more interesting.
Yeah, again, I know that Canelo is the heavily favorite. I know that no one is giving Billy Joe Saunders a chance. I understand.
Nobody.
I understand all of that. Sykes. I really do, brother. I really do. But what I'm saying is this here. For the money, look at the betting odds. If Billy Joe can somehow pull off an upset, and if you know anything about boxing, upsets do.
I watch Marvin Hagler. I watch Lennox Lewis. I watch a lot of stuff. A lot of boxing pros, the legendaries. So whenever Whitaker fought Julio, Whitaker should have won that fight.
Yeah, Pernell Whitaker, he should have won that fight. He got robbed. It was a draw. It was a draw, but we know it really wasn't a draw, man. It was like, man, listen. I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I can honestly see this fight with Billy Joe Saunders and Canelo Alvarez going that same way. Like literally, like Billy Joe, he's gonna have to have the fight of his life. Because he's fighting the pound for pound best boxer in the world.
Well, the thing is, I understand, but the thing is, Billy usually he rises up for these type of fights. Like whenever he fought Martin, he knew that was not really a big fight for him. So I'm guessing he just did not try. But I feel like now he has to try. Like without him trying, he can't win. Because Canelo, I don't like Canelo. I just don't think he's pound for pound. I think Berterbi, I think there's people way better than him, but he's just the face of boxing because he's beaten these people that like sit in the ropes and like Yildirim. Like who's Yildirim? He's relevant, right?
Right. Yeah, I'm to be honest with you, I never heard of him. I never heard of him.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest with you.
Until he fought, Canelo. That's how I knew him.
I never heard of him. So that guy was a tomato can. He came there because I'm in Miami, right? So they fought not too far from my house at the Hard Rock Stadium.
Yeah, I'm in Texas right now. I'm in Texas. I'm in Houston though, but it's in Dallas where the fight is. So it's like not far.
Okay, yeah. So the fight is in Dallas. It's at the AT&T Center, right?
Yeah, AT&T Stadium. Yeah.
Stadium. So is that's where the Dallas Cowboys play at?
Yeah, that's the Dallas Cowboys. Zion. Yeah.
That's what the Dallas Cowboys. I think that's the Dallas. But yeah, man, I kind of want listen, man. I'm going against the grain. I know the whole world is betting on Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah.
But listen, check this out. there's no way that you can make money betting on Canelo because listen, you have to bet with Vegas. This is the bookie. These are the odds.
Yeah,
Canelo is minus 700. He's minus 700. So you have to bet $700 just to make $100.
Oh my God!
You can't make no money betting on Canelo
because they know that Canelo's the dominant one there. They know that. That's why. Because like if Canelo wins, like the my bookie will not be surprised. They because they know that it's an easy pick. But I mean, I think it's gonna be a hell of a fight. I think hopefully Billy puts up a great show. I mean, I want Billy to win. You know, I'm rooting for Billy. You know, like I feel like Billy has something in him, and we don't know how good he really is because he hasn't fought the best. Right. But we'll see tonight. Hopefully.
We'll see tonight, man. Hopefully, man, he just put on a good show. You know what I mean? Again, I do. Again, Sykes, I do know that is this your YouTube channel? Sykes Gamer.
I have another channel. It's called The Facts Guy, but I'm just using this right now just because I
love to follow you, man. Because listen, I want to start a gaming channel for my kids. I have an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old, and I'm just going to start a gaming channel for them, and just to help them out and. Give them something, show them how.
I don't do gaming. I just this is like a account I made a long time ago, like when I used to play games. But I'm older now. I'm like more mature. I don't play like games. I'm just using this channel because I'm on my laptop right now. So I'm using this is my main account for my laptop. But on my phone, I'm using a different account.
Right.
So that's why. Yeah.
Right. So Peter Ingram said, "Why does it matter about the odds when you're a fight fan? Yes, I want Billy Joe to win, but it's Canelo." So you're saying that because it's Canelo, Peter, that he can't be beat? Like I don't understand. Like
Canelo can get beat. Canelo. It's just that everybody that fights Canelo just has like fear. I don't know why. Yeah. Whenever you have fear, you're gonna lose because you're not gonna have confidence.
Yeah, they lose before they step in the ring with Canelo.
Yeah,
it's kind of like the Mike Tyson. It's kind of like the Mike Tyson effect in the 80s and early 90s. When people walked in the ring with Tyson, they was already scared. Yeah, and you see that with Canelo.
Like Douglas.
Yeah. You see that with Canelo, like when the Yildirim's and I won't say Yildirim, but just like the Yildirims or the Callum Smiths, they come in the ring, and anytime you see a fighter just shell up and lay on the ropes, he was already afraid before he stepped in the ring.
Yeah, he was already scared.
This doesn't mean that Canelo is an awesome fighter. This just means that the guy he fought was afraid before he stepped in the ring. Yeah, had this guy fought, he might have could have done something. But that's not Canelo's fault.
Yeah,
that's not Canelo's fault.
Yeah, exactly. And if Jermell Charlo fought him, I think Jermell would win. Honestly, like Jermell's good. Like I'm not gonna lie, he's pretty good. He has good talent and good skill. So, but and I wish Billy could have fought Andre, because whoever won that fight should have fought Canelo. Right. But I know if you saw the interview with what's his name? Canelo and this HBO, I forgot his name, Brian Custer.
Yeah.
Yeah. The interviewer, Brian Custer, asked Canelo, "Would you fight Andre?" And he made this face like, "Oh my God!" But with David, he was like, "Yeah, get the fight going." But why Andre? Why is he like this? Why can't Canelo and be like, "Yeah, I want to get the fight going"?
Well, Andre, I don't. You know what? I have no idea. I don't know what Canelo is thinking. But in order for Canelo Alvarez to be, wait a minute. What belt does Billy Joe Saunders have? The WBO. Super. Wait a minute. So wait a minute. Doesn't what belt does Andrade have? Is he on super middleweight? He has a
WBO belt. Yeah.
So wait a minute. They have two WBO belts at super middleweight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, both of them.
Man, that's crazy. I didn't know the WBO had multiple belts. Normally, you see the WBC and the WBA will have multiple belts. But I didn't know that. So Billy Joe Saunders is the WBO regular champion, and Andrade is the what? Is the WBO what?
Super middleweight.
Super middleweight. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but I just know that Billy's a two-time weight division champion, and then Canelo is a four division.
Hold on. My brother say Andrade's at 160. Canelo. Okay, yeah. Mad Dog Ace. Thanks for clearing that up, fam. Because for some reason I was under the impression that.
Yeah, I think that's why.
You know what?
That's why.
Hey, Mad Dog Ace. Thank you so much, fam. I'm gonna give you the Ali Bell for that there. Listen, thank you so much, fam, for correcting me on that because hey, Mad Dog. For some reason, I was thinking that Andrade, because he's so big, he was a super middleweight for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know why he's a 160. I don't know why. He should be at 168 or 175.
But you see what I'm saying, Mr. T? Thank you for correcting me on that. You say Billy Joe ain't letting that old go. Hey, this guy, dirty rotten scoundrel. What do you say, brother? Billy Joe ain't letting that old go.
Yeah, hey. Billy needs to hold on to that. Oh, he needs to hold on.
Oh man, so this is. Hey, you know what, Andrade? I think Andrade probably need to move up.
Yeah.
For some reason, bro, like
he already has power. If he goes up more, he'll have more power, and it'll be devastating for Canelo.
For some reason, Mr. T, I was under the impression that Andrade was 168. I don't know what the hell I was thinking about.
Yeah, I think he is a 160. 160.
No, he's 160. He's 160. He's 160.
The fight I want to see is David Benavidez versus Canelo. That's what I want to see. That'll be a good fight. Honestly.
He would get to the other guy, David. Okay, yeah, you're right about that. Tavares. You said the other guys, David, Charlo, Beterbiev, and that Andrade hasn't done much. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I don't think Canelo's going to move up to fight Beterbiev. I think that'll be suicide. I think that'll be suicide. He better leave Beterbiev alone. And he better leave Bivol alone as well. Yeah. Those big guys are not going to be intimidated. They're not going to back down. They're coming. You see what I'm saying? So
they're going to kill Canelo.
Yeah, he's what you say. Let me get on, champ. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and give you the link. Anybody want to jump in, man? You guys can jump in, brother.
Here,
anybody want to jump?
I got the link. Hold on, I'll send it to him.
Yeah. No, I just dropped it.
All right, let me just drop it just in case it goes up because a lot of people commenting. So
yeah, so let's see. So ignorant boxing. Hey, fam, I told you I took you off of I had unblocked you. So I said, will you give Canelo credit if he beats Billy Joe, or will you diminish Billy Joe like they did to Callum Smith? No, I won't do that. I'm not one of those guys. Billy Joe Saunders is an elite fighter, and I would never take credit from another fighter. If ignorant boxing, if Canelo beats Billy Joe Saunders, he'd be the hell of a fighter. Period. I'm not in the business of taking anything from fighters. You know what I mean, fam? Because it's not fair. And again, it's Canelo's fault that when he fights certain fighters, they ball up in the shell and don't want to fight. That's not Canelo's fault. So anyways, right now, man, we got my main man, E. Tavares in the building. Go ahead and talk to us, brother.
Tavares?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
All right, okay, listen. That last fight with Yildirim, that was a quick check, number one. That was a quick check.
Of course.
If Benavidez didn't, if he had made weight the fight before, right, he would have been the mandatory for Canelo.
Did he get his title
he got it revoked because he missed weight.
Oh, I thought it was because he did some type of steroid, like a drug.
Yeah. First the PED thing, and then after that.
But PED is like testosterone, right? Like it makes you have more stamina.
Okay. So PED is like drugs. It could be a drug to prevent them from finding out that you have it, but they have a test for that as well. And I guess they just call it PED.
Yeah, I think if Benavidez
so
had
the
drug
and
he would have fought.
Drug, they just call it PED as well.
Yeah, if David fought Caleb Plant, who you got winning?
Listen, but like I said, we all want Canelo to fight these guys, and we say he's ducking them, but why don't they fight each other? Like, what's going on?
Exactly. Like,
hold on. Why? You know what? I can answer that. That's a damn good question. Like, all of these guys are chasing Canelo. Listen. Why not Charlo fight Andrade? Why don't they fight each other?
Yeah, that would be a good fight.
Benavidez said he wants to fight Charlo.
And then Caleb fights Benavidez.
And right after that, Charlo had an interview, and he said in that interview he's not fighting anybody that is not vaccinated, that hasn't received the vaccine for COVID, and he's not fighting anyone under 25. Benavidez is 24. So why did he say that? I know he was talking about Benavidez because he's 24.
Canelo is ducking.
And
He's
also,
ducking.
Benavidez said he's not taking the vaccine. And Charlo, right after that, said he's not fighting anybody that hasn't taken the vaccine. Although he hasn't taken the vaccine. So what the hell?
Man, I miss the 80s. The 80s, everybody used to fight each other no matter what. But now,
what is going on?
Now, new boxing, people are ducking. I don't know why.
So Charlo has his twin, right? And his other twin,
I get confused.
Gervon has a twin. And that other dude, he be ducking like crazy, right? So one day, Charlo was on Instagram Live, and they received him with a bunch of duck emojis. And he said, "Oh no, I'm not my brother. That's the other Charlo."
Yeah, I saw that. Hey, I saw that. I did see that. You know what I mean? So listen, man. Canelo is a great fighter, man. When his career is over with, he's going into the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to be happy. You know what I mean? I'm just happy that we're getting a big fight.
Wait,
you see what I'm
saying? Who you got winning, Tavares?
I think Canelo's gonna win, man.
But who you rooting for?
Canelo.
Canelo?
Because listen, people keep talking about this Lara and Trump fights, bro. He was a baby. That was like 6 years ago. Come on.
Yeah.
True, like I have to see what he's improved. You know, like he hasn't fought a style like that in that many years. So I have to see what he's gonna do tonight.
Right.
Tonight's gonna be crazy.
Billy. Oh God. They hate
right. So
mad.
my thing is this here. Listen, everybody's making valid points.
Yeah.
Billy Joe Saunders doesn't take the sport serious. Billy Joe Saunders let his weight blow up. Billy Joe Saunders has only had 3 fights within the past 5 years. Those are valid points.
Yeah.
Don't listen, guys. You picking Canelo to beat Billy Joe Saunders, there's nothing wrong with that. Those are valid points.
The thing is, I want Billy to win.
I ain't going against the grain. I'm the only one. I'm jumping out there like, you know what, man?
Me too, man.
Give him a shot for the upset.
Listen, the thing is,
I want to see an upset. I want to see interesting.
Like I said, we want Canelo to fight these guys, but these guys don't fight each other. No champion was fighting each other at 168. Like Billy was not going to fight Caleb Plant for that other.
If Canelo fights Beterbiev, he's dead. Like no more. His career's done.
I saw his last fight. He had a black eye, man.
Who had a black eye?
Beterbiev, or was that the other dude?
GGG versus Canelo.
Wait, what? The other Russian. The other Russian kid at
you talking about Bivol?
75. Yeah.
No. Are you talking about light heavyweight?
No. So there's the 2 Russian guys that.
Hey, your connection is bad, brother.
Yeah, your connection is starting to lag a little bit.
So
a little bit of a buzz. I think he's talking about either light heavyweight or middleweight. Because if he's talking about middleweight, it's probably because of GGG, because he gave him that black eye, Canelo, because he started looking like a little bad. But Billy is not a power puncher, so.
Yeah, those other guys. I mean, those other fighters. They again, Mr. T. Those other fighters need to fight each other. Like you do. You see what I'm saying? Like, why sit around and wait on Canelo? Right?
Yeah.
Jamal Charlo should be fighting Andrade. These fighters should be fighting each other. Triple G should be fighting Jamal Charlo or Andrade and stuff like that.
I want to see Errol versus Terrence. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, Terrence Crawford's my favorite fighter, man. I really want to see that fight, but I think Al Heyman doesn't want that fight to happen. And then I don't think Errol Spence really want that fight to happen right now. You know, I'm just being honest with you. I'm not saying he's scared or he's ducking or nothing like that, but for whatever the reason may be, He doesn't want to fight Crawford, and Crawford is done. He's kind of like done with these PBC guys. These guys, they do a lot of capping. When it comes to Terence Crawford, they make they make all kind of excuses. He haven't fought anybody. He too small. He's on the wrong side of the street. All of this stuff here, man. Or they want to make record pay.
Errol said he wants to fight Canelo when he moves up in weight. How do you think that fight's gonna? Who said that? Errol. Errol said he wants to move up in weight and then fight Canelo later on.
Oh, if he fight Canelo, he gonna get stopped. Canelo gonna beat the brakes off of him. He gonna get stopped. He gonna get stopped because
natural weight.
Yeah, he gonna get stopped. Canelo gonna beat the brakes off of. As a matter of fact, I see Canelo knocking Errol Spence out, stopping him and knocking him out. Literally, you know what I mean?
I don't think you should think about that.
Yeah.
Is it better now?
Yeah, you sound a whole lot better now, brother.
Okay.
Yeah, you sound way better.
Okay. So
yeah,
I think
go ahead.
It was better BF that was getting beat up last fight.
By Garva?
But he won because he's a fucking beast.
Who, Garva?
You know?
Garva knocked him down.
Better BF is still a beast. Like,
I'm kind of scared for Benavidez because on how he got knocked down by.
He's talking about Better Beef. He's talking about Better Beef. Like,
I thought he said Benavidez.
These guys would actually fight each other. We would not be talking about Billy today. I promise you.
Oh, you're not talking about Better Beef. You're talking about Benavidez.
No. I was talking about Better BF at 175.
Oh yeah, he's gonna kill Canelo.
Yeah, he'll kill you. That's too much. Yeah, that's too much.
That's too much.
Listen, and he already so Canelo already took one belt from Kovalev, right?
Kovalev, yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Like a year ago.
And he gave it up. He took it and gave it up.
The other three, bro. But let's just imagine that Canelo beats Better BF. That means he's undisputed at 175.
Yeah, but Canelo don't want to fight those other guys.
No, but I'm saying just imagine.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, it's the reason why he picked Kovalev because Kovalev had just had a fight 2 months prior.
Yeah.
And then he fought the guy. Kovalev didn't get a chance to get in the rest and recover.
I think Kovalev was out of his prime.
Yeah, Kovalev is out of his prime. Everyone knows that. But remember, they fought in December the 4th, I think. Kovalev had just had a fight somewhere up in there. November, you're right. It was in November. Kovalev had a fight 2 months prior.
Yeah.
So what fighter fights a championship fight 2 months later after having a hard fight?
Kovalev took that fight for the money. Come on.
Yeah, he took it for the money. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, because he knows that he's gonna get a good.
And then afterwards, he was making all these excuses and shit. Oh, you all knew that he was gonna beat me. You went in there for the money anyway. What are you saying, bro?
Yeah.
Salute to my brother.
Crap out of you, but come on.
Raina Ali Bell for Diallo Huggy, man. Diallo Huggy, what's going on, brother? You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm just it is what it is as of late. Again, a lot of this stuff, this is not Canelo's fault. These fighters, hey, if you're not ready to fight them, don't accept the contract. Don't accept it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're just gonna lose your legacy against them, and then you're not gonna be well known.
You know, now I think if Canelo was to fight Bivol or Better Beef, it'll be a different story.
Yeah,
those guys ain't. Yeah, they are not.
They don't play around.
They're coming. Yeah. They're coming. You know what I mean?
He says he wants to be undisputed at 168. So next fight should be
Did the undercard start for Canelo?
The undercard? No, not yet. The fight starts at
like 4:25.
The undercard is at 5 Eastern.
No, for me it's at 4:25. It starts.
4:25, yeah.
Okay.
But the main event probably won't happen until like 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, which would be 10 o'clock Central.
I think the stream starts at 4:25.
Yeah, the stream starts at 4:25.
The stream starts. Yeah.
They have to start earlier than the fights. Like,
Benavidez needs to beat someone to prove he's a top fighter. Hey man, Benavidez. This is my argument. Fed apples to that. When fighters say, because they say this about Terence Crawford. Well, he ain't fought nobody. He need to fight somebody in welterweight. But this is the thing. If the somebodies are PBC fighters, and Danny Garcia turned down the fight to fight you, Errol Spence said you on the wrong side of the street. Sean Porter said he wanted to fight you, but he didn't activate his mandatory clause, and now he's not number one anymore. How can you fault Terence Crawford?
we can't keep saying
if he's
that
trying to fight these guys who are somebody,
exactly.
and the somebodies don't want to fight him, you can't look at that. Oh, he ain't fought nobody.
We can't keep calling their competition bums because just like Canelo, like 10 years ago, 12 years ago, when he was in Mexico, he was fighting bums. When
his first 32 fights was in Mexico.
That's how it is. They have to start fighting these bums when they first become pro to learn.
And they're irrelevant.
They have to fight these bums and then get the big fights.
Yeah.
You know? Like, you can't just come in and as a freaking rookie, like this dude, Berlanga. I don't know if you know him, but he's in top rank.
Right. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Like, he can't just get Canelo right now, bro. He's like 20 something. You can't just get Canelo
I think if Canelo fought in America for his first 32 fights, I think he would have more losses.
Well, I'm just saying. Well, listen, man. Canelo's only 30 years old, man, and he's a bad boy, man. He's a bad boy, man. Canelo's a bad boy.
He's in his prime right now.
You know, I mean, he's a bad boy. This is crazy. He has 55 fights, 2 draws, 1 loss, and he's only 30 years old.
I mean, you should have beat him.
His only like real loss was against the best to ever do it, you know, or one of the best to ever do it.
Hey, shout out to my brother Bo. And Bo, hold on. Bo, ring the Ali bell from my brother Bo. Bo, what's going on, fam?
Hey, what's going on, Coach? What's going on, panel?
Yeah, what's going on, fam, man? I'm glad you chimed in, man. I have some new guys on today, man. I haven't heard of these guys, but they're rocking with me today, man. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, man. But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying, Fat Apple's. Like, you're right. Benavidez does need to fight somebody, but the thing is, you can't make people fight you. You see what I'm saying?
Was Ronald Ellis good? Ronald Ellis.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So yeah. Fat Apples. I'm not saying you're saying anything bad about Crawford. I was just giving an example. I think Benavidez, he's trying to fight these guys. He's trying to fight named guys, but they don't want to fight him. You see what I'm saying? So if they don't want to fight him, like what is he to do? You know?
I think Canelo should go to 160. Honestly, I think.
You think he should go back down?
No. I think the 160 guys should go up to 168. But if he goes down to 160 to fight those guys, then that would say something about Canelo, right? If they don't move up and he goes down, but he said that the only person he would go down for is Spence. He would try to go down for Spence, is what he said.
For Spence, Spence will have to leave welterweight and move up.
I think they should be at 154.
And Spence said that he would meet him at 160. So
yeah, meet him at 160. Yeah, that'd be a good fight. If Errol Spence,
160, 154.
I still not 154. Canelo not going down to 154. He's not doing that.
150. Hell no, he can't go down there no more.
Yeah. Canelo stopped Errol Spence. Like literally.
What about Crawford? What about Crawford fight Canelo?
Yeah, he'll beat Crawford too. Crawford's my favorite fight. He'll beat Crawford too. But I think Crawford will stand a better chance against Canelo because Crawford is not flat-footed. He's not going to be there. He's not going to fight. He's not a fool. He's not going to fight Canelo like
no
he
one's
fought.
Gonna stand in front of him
he's not going to stand in front of Canelo.
And Smith, right?
Yildirim and Canelo was not a fight, man.
Bro,
that was not
Crawford still loses though. Crawford was still losing against Canelo.
Yildirim, right? Like Callum Smith did. You can't stand in front of Canelo and try to
you gotta take body shots.
You can't do that.
So Fat Apple say I haven't seen anyone reject Benavidez on him calling anyone out, but I may be wrong, bro. No, Benavidez he called out Jamal. He called out Jamal Charlo. He called out Canelo. Canelo says it doesn't make sense to fight Benavidez.
Yeah, he said that,
and he said because he doesn't have a belt. And then Charlo said that Benavidez has to be 25 years old and he has to take the COVID shot. So
listen.
Come on, man. What is that, man?
Even though Charlo hasn't even taken even though he hasn't taken the shot.
What's the shot that doing anything, man?
I don't
Hey,
know.
he said, hey, he said, listen,
That's funny.
listen, I can't make this up. Listen, Jamal Charlo is Jamal Charlo is the fake lion. Jamel Charlo is the real. Jamel Charlo is one of my favorite fighters.
Wait,
That
is Jamel
guy is
the
the real deal.
154? Or the 154 one?
Yeah, Jamel is at 154. He's the
Undefeated? Or is he defeated by one time?
yeah,
What?
Jamal Charlo is the real deal. I mean Jamel Charlo, that's my favorite Charlo. He's the guy, he want all the smoke, he ain't ducking nobody, he want to fight any and everybody,
Yeah.
doesn't matter who it is. Jamel Charlo is the
Making
one.
jokes about his brother and making jokes about his brother.
Yeah.
Jamal Charlo, he wants you to take the COVID shot. You have to be 25. Your baby mama have to have your own child support. You know,
this is a joke.
he has all these stipulations.
Wait, that's a joke, man.
I'm just joking about the baby mama. I'm just joking about the baby mama, but you know.
Yeah.
I'm just
Come on, man. A
Hey, I'm
COVID
just
shot to fight
Hey.
somebody?
Hey,
It's boxing. What's
listen,
gonna do with
man.
that?
Listen, Jamal Charlo. He said Jamal Charlo called him out first, then folded like a origami bird.
Origami bird.
Listen, origami. Listen. Canelo Alvarez, from what Oscar De La Hoya said, and from what Jamel Charlo said, Canelo Alvarez did offer Jamal a contract.
Yeah.
He did offer him a contract, right? And Jamal turned it down.
Come on.
And so Jamel Charlo said, hey, listen, he admitted it on his social media account that, hey, man, his brother did turn down that Canelo Alvarez fight. So he turned the fight down. You see what I'm saying? He had an opportunity to fight Jamal Charlo. Jamal Charlo had an opportunity to fight Canelo. He turned it down. So, hey, man, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. So, you know, Jamel Charlo the real deal, though. If I was Jamel, once he win this belt, the guy he's going to fight, once he win this belt and become undisputed, if he can beat the guy, I think Jamel should leave and just move up to 160.
Yeah.
Because Jamel is the real lion. Jamal is the kitty cat. And you know, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Jamal Charlo, but I'm just calling it like I see.
I don't respect him.
You see what I'm saying? And listen, he's a great fighter, you know, but he doesn't have the heart that his brother has. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
like the 80s, man. Everybody used to fight everybody, man. Like no, they would never duck.
Yeah,
like,
you know
ducking
what I mean?
was rare.
So, they didn't really duck back then, man. Right
what
now,
did you think about the ring situation?
The ring situation, I don't know. I think maybe it was head games by
Eddie
Billy Joe
Hearn
Saunders, maybe.
debunked that whole thing, bro. Listen,
Yeah, he did.
Eddie Hearn said they signed for a 20x20 ring. All right,
Right.
both sides signed for a 20x20 ring, right? And then the Saunders team said, no, we want a 22-foot ring. Then he went to Canelo and told Canelo, and Canelo said, okay, whatever. Then the Saunders team said, no, we want a 24-foot ring. And he went to Canelo, and Canelo said, whatever. And he also said that at the time that they were telling Eddie that they wanted a bigger ring, there wasn't even a ring in the stadium yet. So Mr. Saunders said that it was an 18-foot ring.
Right.
So he lied. He basically lied.
So they made up. So they made it in the middle, 22 feet.
Because even if there was a ring there, how can you just go there and say, "Oh, it's too small"?
Well, I tell you what. Then right now, that's not even an issue now. Right now, the ring is not an issue.
Doesn't care.
Right. The ring is not an issue.
The fight is gonna happen.
The fight is happening. The fight is happening.
He can't use no excuse when he's in there.
No, he can't. No. This is the thing. If Billy Joe Saunders if Billy Joe gets knocked out,
it's gonna be.
Even if he loses, it's gonna this ring situation is gonna come back to bite him.
He's gonna lose.
No. Let me take this back.
They agreed for a 22, by the way.
Let me take that back. If he loses, it won't come back to bite him. It depends on how he loses. If he fights, shows heart, and go and really fight Canelo, and if he still loses because the judges ruled that Canelo won because you have no control of the judging, he can hold his head up high.
Billy, you can't let that go to the judges, man.
But if he has no choice,
Yeah.
The judges they're gonna rob him.
Yeah, he has to.
Just
to
like they
go
robbed
at it.
GGG, man. GGG
Dude,
won.
but listen, and with his style, I'm thinking, okay,
what I will say is this. The fight from what I've heard, the ring size was going to be 18 feet. That's what I heard. I have no proof of that.
Now it's 22, so now it's like better.
Why did you say that it was a 20? Maybe it was an overall 20, and then the inside was 18 because inside it's a certain amount, and then outside.
Yeah, I saw Matchroom Boxing, and then like
it's
Billy's
like 2 extra
coach
feet between the ropes and the rest of the ring.
Yeah, and then Billy's coaches, his coach said, this ring is good. So now we're in the clear for the ring.
So maybe it was a 20 overall, right? And then inside it was 18 feet.
Nah, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. But anyways,
that's weird.
The ring is not an issue. It's done. So now they're going to have this fight. Canelo Alvarez is a heavy favorite to win this fight.
Yeah.
And he's a favorite by knockout as well. Like I was looking at the money line, and he's a plus like 100.
Yeah, Kid Stacy, Billy ain't got no punching power. But guess what? Tyson Fury don't have punching power.
Yeah,
Muhammad Ali didn't have punching power.
Tyson Fury has a heart.
Pernell Whitaker don't have punching power. Punching power don't win fights.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Styles win fights.
Hey, Coach, I gotta say something. Coach.
We got. Hey, listen, guys, and let somebody else talk though. Let's let somebody talk. Go ahead, Bo.
Hey, I don't know if you might have covered it earlier, but I guess tonight there's supposed to be, allegedly. It's supposed to be an announcement between Tyson Fury and AJ after the fight or during the Canelo fight or whatever the case is. I don't know if you ever heard about that or not.
Yeah, I heard about it. We talked about it earlier. I take the position. I believe it when I see it and hear it tonight. You know what I mean?
Smart move,
because it's a rumor, and I'm gonna tell you what the rumor is based on. The rumor is based on what Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn did an interview, I think, with IFL TV. He was talking to someone, and in that interview, he said that everything is done. He hopes. No, he didn't say everything is done. He said he hopes to have everything wrapped up. It can happen today. It can happen tomorrow. And the lady asked him, the interviewer asked him, I have it on my phone. Will there be an announcement tomorrow? And he said, well, hopefully so. Maybe so. If not, then we'll see what happens next week. So everybody's taking that and running with it, saying that this announcement is going to be with Eddie Hearn, with Anthony Joshua and Fury fight is going to be announced. That's where that came from. I saw the interview. You know what I mean? But no one knows. No one knows.
But apparently they said AJ just got on a plane like yesterday or something. He's flying to the fight.
Right.
Like
but
they got pictures of him getting on the plane. I don't know if he's Photoshop or not.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
That would be good for the promotion of the fight, man.
Bowl, I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea. I won't. Well, all I know is we'll find out tonight. That's what we'll find out. I don't want to report on anything and say, "Yo, man, this is going to happen." We don't know, man, because with this fight with Joshua and Fury, there's so much drama that has been attached to this from one side of the camp. So I don't know, man. Tonight we'll see. If there's an announcement, that's when it's official. I can't speculate.
Yeah,
I can't speculate. That's my place.
The backup is Andre if Billy backs out, which I doubt. Hopefully he doesn't back up because he want to see a fight.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Lolo. Shout out to Lolo. Shout out to Wizard Sleeve. Fat Apples. Fat Apples. What do you say? You don't need punching power to be outstanding. Ask Andre Ward, who can only get KOs with testicle blows. Yeah. Listen. Hey, shout out to my main man Shelton. Shelton Moore in the building. Shelton is in the building. Ring the Ali bell for Shelton Moore. Shelton, what's going on, fam?
Oh, just got back from breaking myself at Nordstrom's. Now I'm getting ready for the fight.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't have some sangria. You know what I mean? I'm getting ready for the Guinness style, my little two drink maximum. Because I'm not a big drinker. I can only drink 2 drinks at a time.
Hey, shut up. Hey, Nordstrom did me so bad, I got an overdraft to go get my beer.
That's for real?
Hey, Shelton.
Nordstrom did me
Shelton, I
bad.
just gotta
Yeah.
say something, Shelton. I gotta ask you a question, man.
Yeah.
Man, every time I see you come on the video, man, you always got a wife beater on, man. Like you just got into a fight with somebody or something.
Well, I'm looking for one. I've been looking for an ass whooping for like 54 years. I ain't found one yet.
He said he was looking.
Maybe somebody can come help me. Can you help
He
me,
said
bro?
he was looking for an asshole for 54 years.
That's what I need. I need a good old-fashioned ass whooping. I can't find one, though. Nah, man.
Your kids stay.
I'm just at home relaxing, Bo. I'm just at home relaxing. You know, you don't have no clothes on when you're relaxing, man.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you.
I just
Hey, so what does this panel? What round does this panel pick for Billy Joe getting stopped?
I think it all depends on how long he can move like that for.
Yeah,
So,
he's
I don't know,
for 12
because-
rounds, right?
With his style, at what point does he stop and punch Canelo hard? You know?
Well, he needs to go to toe to toe. He needs to go to toe to toe, and then he needs to move, and then toe to toe.
He can't stay toe to toe for too long, man.
Yeah. I'm talking about like just don't trade with him. Like just stay with him for a little bit, and then whenever he starts to throw some strikes, move, and then do it again and do it again.
Listen,
Hey, hold
Canelo took some crazy shots from Gennady. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's hard. Like when you have some of those Mexican fighters, not the one that Tank Davis fight, the one that Tank Davis fight.
Hey, coach. No, come on now.
Yeah,
Don't talk about the flat-footed little guys.
Yeah. He fighting these flat-footed Mexican fighters who can't take a punch, and when he hit them, he knock them out. I'm not talking about those Mexican fighters. Yeah, I'm talking about the real Mexican fighters.
Hey, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Barrio's gonna knock that ass out.
Hey, listen, Tom. Hey, listen, Tom John, Fury and Ali have no punching power. Wow. Yeah, what I mean by that is they wasn't known for punching power.
Yeah,
Ali beat you with an accumulation of punches over a period of time. He didn't have that one hitter quitter. When we say punching power, we talking about the one hitter quitter like George Foreman.
And he fought.
Hold on. Let me all right, yeah. Let me talk. Let me talk for a minute. We talking about the one hitter quitters like George Foreman's. We talking about one hitter quitters like Roy Jones Jr. We talking about one hitter quitters like let's see who else. Mike Tyson, the Tysons. He get you out of over a period of time. Deontay Wilder has a one hitter quitter. So when I say punching power, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about Sugar Ray Leonard wasn't known for having punching power, but he had knocked you out over an accumulation of punches. If I hit you 100 times and put you to sleep, and one guy comes along and hit you one time and put you to sleep, both of them, two different style of boxers, but that one guy, he has to hit you over accumulation of time. Pernell Whitaker was a perfect example. He didn't have punching power. He used to hit dudes hard, but he didn't have that one hitter quitter, but he beat a lot of guys. So that's what I mean by that, Tom.
Do your research, brother. Do your research.
I don't know if I would put Roy Jones Jr. in that one hitter quitter category though, because
Roy had punching power, man.
But like a one hitter quitter type of punching power.
What Roy get you out of there? Yeah, hell yeah. That he had. Listen,
tell him, coach. Tell him, coach.
Hell yeah,
Roy stop you. Roy will stop your ass.
Roy will stop him up. Like
no. I mean, he was stopping him, but a lot of it was accumulation of punches as well. I mean, he might have got one or two people out of there with a one shot, whatever. But a lot of it is accumulated punches. And
Bo, what it was, Bo, was Roy would hit you for comfort angles, and he hit you with punches you didn't see coming. That's why you was going to sleep, because they never even saw the punch coming.
Right. Roy had a lot of knockouts, man. He was putting guys to sleep, like literally.
Yeah,
like,
but
he was, but he just again, it was like combination.
I mean, he didn't have the Deontay Wilder. I see what you're saying. It wasn't like Wilder, where he he's getting beat for 6-7 rounds and he laying that one shot. It wasn't that, but it was he gonna get you out of there in like 3-4 rounds, maybe 5 rounds. He get you out of there. You know what I mean? Versus someone like a Pernell Whitaker, you 9 times out of 10, you know, it may take him a little longer to get you out of there. He may get you out of there in the 11th or maybe 12th, or more than likely it's going to go 12 rounds. With Roy, you'll be lucky if you see 12 rounds with Roy. If you see 8 rounds with Roy, you'll be lucky. He gonna get you out of there.
I'll give him an example, Coach. I'll give you an example, Bo. Look at the Mayweather Gotti fight. That was the pit. That was Roy right there. That was Roy.
Right.
Just
But
beating
that's
him.
what I'm saying. Combinations.
Hold on.
Just
When Roy fought
James Toney?
Benny Pazienza.
Yeah, Pazienza just beat on him.
Oh man.
Right.
Man,
Just
he
beat on him.
But that was an accumulation of punches. And,
Yeah, you're right.
you know,
You're right about that. You're right about that.
And Vinny wasn't, you know, he was pretty much out.
Oh, Vinny was a dog. Now, hey, Bo, you tripping? Vinny was a dog.
But he was outclassed that fight though. He was
outclassed.
I think Roy was like, what? He was like 100-1 favorite or something like that.
Yeah, Vinny. Yeah, he was. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he was. He was. He beat Paz, and he beat Paz pretty bad, man.
Let me ask a question, Coach. Let me ask one question. In Roy's career, in his prime, who the fuck didn't he outclass?
What you say?
James Toney.
Who did he not
He
fight?
beat the shit out of Tony. He had Tony on his ass.
No, that
Tony
was
didn't know what to do.
That went 12 rounds. He won by a decision against James Toney.
Yeah, but Tony didn't know nothing. But I watched that fight a couple times. Tony didn't have nothing for Roy. Roy was doing whatever he wanted to do in there.
I mean, but who did have something for Roy?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So who didn't he outclass? He outclassed in his prime. There was nobody better than Roy. Nobody couldn't fuck with Roy.
In his prime, could nobody mess with Roy?
Roy should have fought Mike Tyson.
Nah, Mike.
Hell no.
Man, he was only like
would he do that? Why would he do that? That's crazy.
The promoters would let them, but they didn't let them.
That was crazy. Mike a murder type. Mike a murder Roy. Mike is too strong for Roy. Too big.
I mean, shout out to my main man, Matt, for the $5 super chat, man. Rank that super chat again. RJ, what you say? Matt, what you say? RJ was explosive, speed kills. Yes, he was. Roy Jones was explosive, man. That dude, that was something. I mean, I was a fanboy of Roy Jones. That dude was something special, bro. Listen, and we can't forget about Julian Jackson had that one hitter quitter. That's why Edward Stevens. I was just going to say that Julian Jackson was 46 and 40 with 43 knockouts at one point in time. He was 46. At one point in time, he had 43 knockouts. Julian Jackson with 46 wins and 1 loss. Julian Jackson was a monster.
You know what I would have loved to have seen? If I had a time capsule, Coach, you know what I would love to see?
What's that?
I would love to see Canelo Alvarez and John the Beast Mugabe. I would love to see that.
Oh yeah, that'd have been a good fight. I mean,
that'd have been a murder.
You had a lot of good fighters back then. The competition in boxing today doesn't compare to how it was in the 90s, in the 80s.
The G-Man, Gerald McClellan, Mike McCallum. Come on, man. Julian Jackson, Terry Norris. It was monsters back then.
Yeah, Terry Norris. Yeah, you had monsters. And then like now, there's always been politics in boxing, but now the politics are with the fighters. Normally, the politics never was with the fighters back in the day. It was with the judges, the referees, the promotional companies. But now the politics is with the fighters. One fighter saying you're on the wrong side of the street. Another fighter saying you ain't fought nobody. You're too small. Another fighter saying, okay, I'm used to getting paid $1 million or $2 million a fight. In order for me to fight you, I need $10 million now.
And it was the fighters also, Coach, because the fighters would tell the promoters in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, make the fight. I don't give a damn what about the terms. Make the fight.
Make the fight. Yeah. What I'm saying today is it's a little different now. Today you don't see that. Leroy though, he would have whooped. If he wouldn't have got robbed in Germany. Yeah, absolutely. Anyways, here you go. Super chat. Shout out to my main man Kato for the super chat. BJS has to fight Canelo the way Andre Ward fought Kovalev. Yeah, Billy Joe Saunders is going to have to, man. Listen.
Is he tough enough?
Yeah, is he tough enough? Yeah. He's got Billy Joe's going to listen. Billy Joe is not going to win in the state of Texas trying to fight Canelo the way Pernell Whitaker fought Chavez. Because in Texas, they're not going to respect him for that. Billy Joe can outpunch, outclass, do whatever the Canelo he wants to. He won't he won't win that fight like that. Because in Texas, they like to see blood, guts, and glory. They want to see a fighter. They want to see you know what I mean? I mean, that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. You know what I mean? But Billy Joe is going to have to grow up here tonight.
Hey, Coach. This is for Nooney, Coach. This is for Nooney. Prime Hagler would have stopped Canelo.
Oh yeah, man. Listen. Canelo don't whoop no Hagler. He might have a chance against Hearns because Hearns didn't have a chin.
I don't even know that either. I think Hearns would have outboxed him.
But I can't. But he won't whoop. He won't beat Hagler. Hell, he won't beat Sugar Ray. He won't beat Roberto Duran. Hell, listen. He won't beat Duran. Hell no. Hell to the no. I don't even want to talk about that because when I go to talk about Canelo and Duran and Hagler and Hearns and Sugar Ray, he don't beat none of those guys. Period. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? He look good in this era of boxing where he get to pick, choose, and he looked good in this era of boxing. But that era, hell to the no. There's nothing hell to the no. Hell no. Anyways,
I even go this far. Canelo don't beat Carlos Monzon. Monzon stops him.
Oh, Carlos Monzon was a bad boy too. Listen. Matt, shout out for the super chat, fan. What you say? Right now, 115 is an exception. Chocolito Estrada. Okay. What is that? Ranvasi and
Ranvasi.
Ranvasi and Cuadras. All fighting each other. Other time and time again. Yeah, they did, fam. They did. Absolutely. Who we got on here? Oh, Brendan Jackson. We got Brendan Jackson on the stream. Brendan, what's going on, fam? Talk to us.
What's up with it, all of y'all? I see y'all on here having a good boxing discussion. I just had to jump on here with everybody. How y'all doing?
How you doing, sir?
Hey, what's going on?
Ali Bell for you.
Oh yeah. I'll just jump in whenever there's an opportunity. I'm just enjoying the boxing talk,
Okay, go ahead, man. Let me say shout out to my main man Christian for the super chat. Greatest boxer still alive today. I say Duran. He's one of them. I ain't gonna say he's the greatest, but he's one of them. But the problem with that is there are so many greats. It's hard for me to. I don't want to. For me to say this guy was greater than this guy, it'd be hard for me to I don't want to make it seem like I'm shitting on another great. And I think the only person we can say is the greatest without even want to get mad is Ali. You see what I'm saying? We can say Ali the greatest because that's Ali.
I favor James Toney style. I like his style.
Who, James Toney?
Yeah.
Oh, James Toney was a bad boy, man. I love James Toney.
Yeah.
He's an excellent inside fighter. Listen, if you want to see inside fighting at its hold on, somebody, hold on, who is this? Making a lot of noise in the background. If you want to see inside fighting at its highest, watch James Toney. James lights out Toney is bruh, he'll fight you in the phone booth. James lights out Toney, fights you. He fights as though he's fighting you in the phone booth. Listen, watch how James Toney fought Evander Holyfield when he moved up to heavyweight. Bruh. Yeah. He was literally inches away from Holyfield, and Holyfield literally couldn't hit him. He was slipping. He was coming up and under. He was like, and when he came up, he came up with
Floyd got stuff. He copied him.
Bro, listen, man, listen. Bro, if you want to see inside fighting, study Bernard Hopkins, study James Lights Out Toney. Hell, you can even look at
Roberto Duran. Roberto Duran was a monster.
Listen. Not only study Roberto Duran, study how Roberto Duran beat Iran Barkley. Remember that?
Yes, I just watched that fight yesterday, Coach. I just watched that fight yesterday.
Listen,
beautiful.
Listen, Roberto Duran was a severe underdog in that fight. Didn't nobody give him a chance. Listen, Barkley was a monster.
Coach, and he was 37. Duran was 37.
Yeah, I'm just. What you mean, Hearns and what? Hearns and Barkley.
We're about to Duran. He ended him quick.
What happened?
Whenever Tommy Hearns fought or about to or what
Come on,
Durant,
Roberto Duran. Yeah.
yeah, he ended him quick. I don't know why.
Well,
Yeah,
Tommy fought tall. Tommy fought tall. He had that monster right hand.
Yeah, he fought tall. Yeah, he fought tall. But listen, man, listen. You study Roberto Duran. You want to because this is what I was saying about this. And no, I said, hey Caleb, I said Evander Holyfield. Evander Holyfield was an excellent inside fighter as well. You know what I mean? Of course, Tyson was an excellent inside fighter. He had no choice.
Somebody got background noise.
Yeah, somebody got background noise. Yeah. Tyson,
hey, Coach, Fat Apples had a question for you. He said Prime Kessler beats Canelo. Answer that.
Who?
Is that me?
Fat Apple?
He said Prime. He said Prime Kessler. He said Prime Kessler beats Canelo. Answer that, Coach.
Hey, who on where is that? Where is it?
Fat Apples. Fat Apples. Prime Kessler. Michael Kessler.
He beats who?
He said Prime Kessler beats Canelo. Answer that.
Prime Kessler. That's a good one there, man. That's a good one. I mean, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. I would agree with that. I'm gonna tell you why. Because those old school fighters were a different breed. They had heart. They're not going to walk in the ring and be afraid of the fighter before they step in the ring. You see what I'm saying? So, with Canelo, you just got to have heart. Don't be afraid. Don't ball up on the ropes and let him just punch on you.
Don't give him too much respect.
Don't give him too much respect. Kind of like what Billy Joe Saunders is doing. He's not respecting Canelo at all. He's not respecting Canelo at all. He's like, listen, man, I'm not here to kiss the pinky ring.
Hey, I got one for the chat, Coach. I got one for the chat. And people say I'm crazy, but I believe this one wholeheartedly. I think a prime Carl Froch beats Canelo.
Carl Froch was a good guy. He was down. He was a good. Shout out to my sister Lisa Bell. Lisa Bell's in the building. Shout out to Lisa Bell's. Carl Froch, you think so? Carl Froch.
The Cobra was a dog. He was a dog.
Yeah, he was a dog. You're right about that. He was and listen, he had heart. And in order for you to be a dog, you have to have heart. Dogs are known for having heart. They are coming to the lion's den to fight. They are stepping in the ring for a fight, for a battle. This is what when you're fighting Canelo Alvarez, this is what you have to do. Don't come in there with your lips puckered up, talking about kissing the pinky ring. This is the greatest boxer of all time, and I won't stand a chance against him. Listen, and I love Canelo. He's my favorite pound-for-pound fighter right now. But as it relates to boxing, the era I grew up in, you don't come in the ring already shaking in your boots, shaking like booty meat. No, you like, yeah, I know you Canelo. I know you're a bad boy.
You stupid, Coach. You worked out for that.
Yeah.
Hey, I will say this though, Coach. I mean, a lot of guys that went against Tyson in his prime were shaking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. But, when they stepped in the ring with Tyson, they was defeated before they even stepped in there. And that go the same for listen. That's with any fighter, Mike Tyson, Roy Jones. But you right about that. Ali, you see what I'm saying? Well, Ali psyched him out before he even got in the ring. Ali put the talk game on him.
Yeah. Hey, Noonie, watch that Keyshawn Davis fight. That's the undercard fight we're most excited about. Keyshawn Davis. Watch him.
Keyshawn Davis is pretty nice. I saw him in the Pan American amateur joint. He did get outclassed in the gold medal round. Though.
Hey, Shelton, look at this. Calzaghe. Canelo went and touched Calzaghe. Hell,
Calzaghe smokes him. Calzaghe smokes him, Coach.
Canelo. He smoked him out the water. It won't even be close. Listen, man. Listen, man.
Joe too busy, man. Joe too busy.
Let me just say this. Who did Calzaghe beat while they were in their prime? Like, besides, let me see. He fought
Jeff Lacey.
Come on, man. Jeff Lacey, dude, really?
Was the champ.
Listen.
Was undefeated.
Jeff Lacey throw haymakers, man. He don't even really. I don't even put him up there. I mean,
Bo, you know you my guy, Bo. You know you my guy. But I'm telling you, none of these dudes in this era from 60 to 68 hold a candle to Calzaghe. Calzaghe beats them all.
Coach, Coach,
Yes,
let's put Floyd in that era.
Well, Floyd kind of came from that era. He turned pro in '96. He grew up with
I'm talking about like before that, because you said
the 80s. Oh, Floyd got 3 4 losses. Floyd got 3 4 losses. 3 4 losses.
I don't know, man. We talking about Pretty Boy Floyd against Sugar Ray Leonard.
Shit, Coach, you know. Don't even sit there and say that, Coach. You know.
I think
Floyd don't beat Prime Durant. Floyd don't beat Prime Sugar Ray.
Floyd, man, because Floyd, they look at Money Floyd and they think, oh man, he ain't gonna survive in that era.
Pretty Boy don't got Money Floyd. Come on.
Listen, Pretty Boy Floyd was a monster, man. Hey, Shelton, man, Pretty Boy Floyd, man. Listen, he had quick reflexes. I don't know, man.
Prime Durant beats his motherfucking ass. Period.
I don't know, man.
Prime Durant beats his ass. Prime Hagler knocks him out.
Whoa.
Period.
I mean, Hagler
knocks his ass out.
Hagler too big for him. I mean, come on. Floyd ain't never fought 160 in his life.
Sugar Ray Leonard knocks him out.
I'm not listening.
I don't even see that. I seen Sugar Ray get dropped by bums, man. Come on.
Sugar Ray Leonard would knock Floyd the fuck out.
I don't know about Sugar Ray now. Listen, hey, listen.
I do. Thomas Hearns knocks his ass out.
If I'm gonna be honest, I don't like Floyd. He's a boring fighter. To me, he's boring.
No, man. Listen, listen. I'm talking about Pretty Boy Floyd, not Money May. Money May.
Yeah, not Money.
I'm talking about Pretty Boy Floyd.
Oh, Money was boring.
Pretty Boy Floyd at 35. Hearns, the guy you talking about, if he's at 47, Hearns, Sugar Ray, they knock his ass out. And Duran beats him. Duran might knock him out.
We're talking about a prime Hearns. We're talking about a prime Hagler. No, not Hagler. We ain't gonna say Hagler. We'll say because Hagler never fought welterweight.
I don't know.
I know. I was there. I know.
Roberto Duran.
Okay.
I might give you that. I might give you that Roberto Duran and Hearns, but listen, but Pretty Boy Floyd, this man reflexes was super fast. Well, he became more of a defensive fighter as Money Made. But
Sugar Ray was a monster, man. Y'all sleeping on Sugar Ray. Sugar Ray Leonard was a killer. He was a monster.
Sugar Ray was getting dropped by bums, man, and he's a monster, but he's getting dropped by bums.
When I'm looking at the style, I'm saying Sugar Ray stylistically versus Pretty Boy Floyd stylistically. Even though Sugar Ray did beat Floyd Sr., he did beat Floyd Sr. in the 70s. He did beat him, but Floyd Sr. did not have the skills that his son had. He didn't have the reflexes. He didn't have the hand-eye coordination. He didn't have the footwork his son Pretty Boy Floyd had. You know what I mean? So the only thing Floyd Mayweather got from his father was that shoulder roll. Floyd Mayweather mastered the shoulder roll. He did.
I give him that.
He mastered that. So by Sugar Ray fighting the father already, he will probably have I can beat Floyd Senior. Floyd Mayweather Jr. But Floyd Mayweather Jr. his biggest attribute, and I heard Nassim, my man, but what's the trainer Nassim Richardson. He said that Floyd was blessed with something that you can't teach in the gym. He was blessed with the natural ability, his natural reflexes, natural quickness. He had that. That's something that he had that fighters would dream of having. And I didn't see Sugar Ray had that, but Floyd had it better than Sugar Ray. Like Floyd was a reflex fighter. Like if you flinched, he was gone. And he was super quick. He was super quick. Like if you I gotta go back and look at them Pretty Boy Floyd fights. Not Money May. Money May was garbage. He was garbage to me. But Pretty Boy Floyd, man, Pretty Boy Floyd was a mother, man. That dude was woo.
He was. I don't take nothing away from Pretty Boy Floyd. But I'm telling you, the difference between Floyd and Sugar Ray, any version of Floyd you want, is that Sugar Ray came to get you. Sugar Ray was coming to get you out of there.
Yeah, Sugar Ray did was coming. Look, Sugar Ray, Hearns, Hagler. Hey, listen, Blu-ray TV. Hey, shout out to Blu-ray TV. Blu-ray TV, this is for you, Bo. He said Ray Leonard was not dropped by bombs. That's nonsense.
Man,
Bo,
he was dropped by a bum, man.
Who dropped him? Who dropped him?
I forgot. What was that white dude he fought, man? He wasn't even that.
Oh, it was a white dude. Yeah. I saw that fight. No, I saw that fight.
Yeah, just came off a 2-year layoff. He fought what's his name? Davey Boy Green?
Yeah, Davey Boy Green.
Got dropped.
I saw that fight. Yeah.
He got dropped after a 2-year layoff, and he got up and knocked the motherfucker out. So that's the problem with you youngsters. You think because somebody get dropped, that means something. You in a fight, you probably gonna get dropped. But what happens after you get dropped?
I'm just saying.
That's the difference.
I'm just letting you know, Pretty Boy Floyd was destroying cats.
And Pretty Boy Floyd was in that era that we was talking about, Bo. He would have had 3-4 losses and probably a couple knockouts.
You comparing Pretty Boy Floyd to the eras of the 80s. And I'm saying that Pretty Boy Floyd version, I don't know. I mean, I ain't saying he was smoking Sugar. I think it'll be a damn good fight, but I think Floyd won by decision, though.
Negative.
I mean,
Negative. Yeah, we disagree on that one, brother. We disagree on that one.
Listen, now, my favorite fighter, Sugar Ray Robinson, will beat Sugar Ray Leonard. He beat him all. Sugar Ray Robinson.
Well, here's my thing for you, Coach. I like Sugar Ray Robinson as well.
Right.
But do you think the competition back in his era is like the eras of the 80s, the 90s, even like
yes.
I mean, because these guys, it's like you didn't. I don't know, man, because the competition, it's more focused once it got to the 80s, right? 70s to 80s.
But here's your difference. Them dudes was fighting every 2-3 weeks, Bo. Maybe once a month. That's the difference.
Right, but here's the thing, though. Remember when Chavez came through and he went through like the first 70 or 80 people? They were like some people you never heard of before. So
right, but this is the thing. When he came to the States and he started fighting those big name fighters, he was beating them.
Destroying them.
Chavez was beating those guys. So it's not like he fought bombs and then when he came to the USA. Hold on, somebody. It wasn't like he fought bombs and then when he came to the US. He was getting beat by these superstar fighters. He was beating those dudes.
Hey, Coach, I'm gonna have to send you something one day, man. Because I looked at Chavez record, professional boxing record, and I noticed after he fought somebody that was good, he fought another string of like 10 bombs, and then he fought another person that was good, and then it was 5 more bombs after that, and then he fought another person that was good. Chavez. I was the other day. I'm like, yeah, you got 100-something wins, but like, how many top fighters did you actually fight though?
But here's the thing, Bo. Here's what you gotta look at. If you win 89 fights in a row, I don't give a goddamn who you fighting. You can fight.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it depends on your level of competition. That's like Butterbean beating up a whole bunch of bums, right? You gonna say, right. Yo, Butterbean's the man?
Butterbean only had like 15 fights. Come on, man. He only had 15 fights and they were staged. Come on, man. That's not even a fair comparison.
But I'm saying, if you beat up a lot of people, right? They were a bunch of bums, though. That's what I'm getting at.
If you can win 89 professional fights, homie, you can fight. It's no argument there.
Yeah, but
if you can win 89 fights in a row, you can fight, man.
And another thing too, shout out to my main man Caleb for the super chat. Sugar Ray Robinson had to beat all. He said Sugar Ray Robinson had to beat an all-white crowd too. Yeah, man, it was a whole different era. Sugar Ray Robinson. The environment, the hostile environment that he had to fight in. He was getting death threats from the mob. He had to beat up on these guys. I mean, Sugar Ray wasn't taking no dives, none of that. He was fighting.
Hey, Coach, go ahead. Give him the record. Give him the record. Let him hear the record.
Man, listen, hold on. Sugar Ray Robinson, at one point, he went 120-1, something like that. Let me see. Sugar Ray Robinson record. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to pull it up right now. I told a guy that's way more impressive than 50-0, especially when your 50th fight was against an MMA guy. You see what I'm saying? And I wasn't knocking Floyd Mayweather, but the guy was like, "There's no way 120-1 is better than 50-0." And I say, dude, I can't even talk to you no more after that. For you saying something like that, I can't even talk to you no more. You know what I mean? Like, bro, Sugar Ray Robinson. Like, bro, like, I know for a fact, like. Do you know how hard it is? Let's look at Sugar Ray Robinson was born in 1921. He fought. Listen, he fought for 25 years from 1940 to 1965. 25.
Undefeated as an amateur. Undefeated as an amateur.
5'11". Listen, Sugar Ray Robinson was 173 in 19, right? And he had 109 KOs. 109 KOs, 6 draws, 2 no contests. Now I know what you're saying. Well, he got 19 losses. And not only that, he was moving up and down the different weight classes, fighting people taking their belts. Now he started losing most of his fights as he got older. When you fight for 25 years, he fought for 25 years. So of course, if you fight that damn long, you're gonna start losing more fights. You see what I'm saying? But I'm talking about a Sugar Ray Robinson in his prime, and they was fighting 15-round fights. They was fighting 15-round fights. Action-packed from the first round to the 15th round. Man, listen, man.
Look at this ball. Look at this ball. At one point, Sugar Ray Robinson won his first 40 fights. He lost to Jake LaMotta.
Right.
After that, Jake LaMotta lost. Sugar Ray Robinson was 80-0 until he lost again.
He won 80 fights after that.
And 0 until he lost again. Come on, man.
I'm not doubting Sugar Ray Robinson. Like, he's one of my favorite fighters of all time. But what I'm getting at is I'm looking at the competition level. It's like the cats that come from like Canelo. You know, you touched on it the other day, Coach. The first 30-something people, nobody even knew who they. Nobody even knew who they were. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason why we know who when he fought Cotto's brother, only reason why we know who he is because that's Cotto's brother.
Cotto brother,
yeah. I mean, other than that, he's a nobody. So my thing is that if you beat on a bunch of people, and I ain't saying they got to be popular to be tough, but I'm just saying it's like if Wikipedia don't even know who these guys are, they're like, damn, these dudes, they don't even exist. They just got the name up there, and it's in all black. So that's what I'm getting at. So I'm thinking, like, do you think that era back then was, more focused than it was in the 80s?
Well, I think the 80s era was good, was a great era, man. I think the 80s on back, 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s, those eras were the monster eras. And they fought like every 2-3 months. They fought everybody. You know what I mean? So to answer your question, yeah, I think so. What the 80s era was kind of like, to me, was the golden era of boxing. It was the 80s, the 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s. Those were the eras, in my opinion, because they didn't have a million belts neither. Like, I think when Ray Robinson was fighting, they only had one belt. I don't think
one belt,
multiple
one belt, one champ, one champ.
You know what I mean? So yeah, Blu-ray TV hit the nail right on the head. Ray Robinson was fighting for one belt per division, not 4. Exactly. You didn't have.
Well, I do agree with the one belt rule because I don't like all these belts out there.
Yeah. Oh, then we talk about Joe Louis and stuff like that. We can go on and on. Mr. Shout out to my brother, Mr. Exclusive, for the super chat. Terrence Crawford, the truth. Yes, Terrence Crawford is the truth. He is the truth. Terrence Crawford is the truth. Has a very high boxing IQ. Again, these are just hypotheticals. I kind of like having these conversations where we're talking about hypothetically which fighter can win in this era or that era. I kind of like it, you know what I mean? Because
we'll never know though.
We will never know, you know what I mean? Because every era is different. One thing I will say, as it relates to Canelo, I think don't know. I think Canelo can fight pretty much in any era of his style. He wouldn't dominate in any era like he's doing now. He wouldn't dominate.
No.
I don't see him dominating Duran. I don't see him dominating Sugar Ray. Hagler put him to sleep. Hearns will probably put him to sleep. The Hitman, because the Hitman was known for what? When he hit you, he cut you. He will cut you. When the Hitman Hearns hit you, you're getting cut. Period.
Now, Coach, and you know this. We know for a fact that Duran had a granite chin.
Oh yes, he
Duran had a chin.
He had a granite chin. You know what I mean?
And Hearns blew his ass out the water.
Yeah. So, he got him out of there quick too. But see what happened. Yeah. So, but what happened was, Hearns fought tall. He kept his distance and he just blitzed him. Duran didn't know how to weather the storm. He didn't know how to weather the storm. Hearns picked the pace up on him quick. He was
asleep before he hit the ground. He was asleep as soon as he hit it.
Yeah, that was a devastating knockout. Devastating. You know what I mean? Devastating. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Southside Boston, you're right about that, man. He said, yes, coach, spot on. Them days were the days. No fighters out there like them these days. 3 or 4 maybe. But yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, you're right about it. And the thing is, they fought 15 rounders.
Now I will say this too.
Them dudes, man. Woo.
I think this, Shelton. I think maybe, and it's gonna sound like I'm hating. Maybe a lot of these fighters are getting paid too much money, and that's why the fights that we want to see aren't happening. Whereas though maybe back in the golden era, they were only getting paid like pennies, and only maybe like 1 or 2 fighters was getting that much money.
Okay, look, I'm gonna give you a history lesson right quick, so you see where I'm coming from. It ain't the money; it's the fighter's heart. When Sugar Ray Leonard fought Roberto Duran, you know what the purses was in 1980? We're talking 1980s money. You know what the purses were? Nah. Sugar Ray Leonard made $9.1 million in 1980. Roberto Duran took the fight for $1.5 million. These dudes today ain't making too much more in guarantee than $1.5 million. So it ain't the money; it's the fighter.
Well, I agree with that, but what I'm saying is that's just 2 fighters. Now, I was, if I remember, Hagler wasn't really making a lot during most of his career. He started making most of the money during the back end of his career.
Right. Once he got them belts.
Hey, Tom John. Hey, Tom, what you say? You say Ali was great. Don't get me wrong. It's hard to compare from different generations. But in my opinion, Tyson Fury is the best.
Hey, that's his opinion, coach.
Yeah,
however warped it may be, that's his opinion.
Hey,
no, he got to be joking though. He ain't no way in the world.
Hey, Tom John. Hey, Tom John, I give you that, man. At least you represent for Tyson Fury, man. I just had to laugh when I saw that.
He can't be serious about that.
Hey, man. Listen. But Tyson Fury did say, I'm going to shoot a video on that. Tyson Fury said in the interview with DAZN, he said that he's the best heavyweight boxer of any era. He said because by him being 6'9" tall, no fighter can move around the ring like him. And I would give him, I will agree with him on this.
He's supposed to.
On this aspect.
He's supposed to say that.
I would agree with him on this aspect. I have never seen a 6'9" fighter move around the ring like a welterweight. You don't see that. Not at 6'9" tall. You don't see that. Normally, when fighters are that tall, they're big and they're slow. Like the heavyweight champion from China. No, he's not a champion. This heavyweight boxer from China. He just fought not on the DAZN card. He was
Jerry Forrest.
Yeah, no, it was I don't even know the guy's name. He's a Chinese guy, Chinese heavyweight. He's big and slow.
Did he fight Jerry Forrest?
Yeah, he just fought. Yeah, he fought to a draw. He dropped multiple times. This was on the Canelo Alvarez fight card when Canelo fought Wilder right here in Miami. This is on that fight card, and he was just big and slow. Yeah. So normally you don't see a guy that big moving around the ring like that. So I will say that I will give Tyson Fury that. Fury is 6'6", though he isn't 6'9". No, Tyson Fury is 6'9". He's not 6'6".
Yeah, he's 6'9".
Tyson Fury is 6'9", and so.
I don't know what Deontay is.
I've never seen Wilder 6'7". I've never seen a guy that big move like that. Now, in spite of all of that, there's no way in the hell I'm going to say, Tyson Fury against my prime Sonny Liston, against Joe Louis, against I don't even want to talk about Ali. Because I'm never going to say Tyson Fury beat Ali. Never. Hell, against a George Foreman, against a big George Foreman. Hell, I don't even see him beating a young George Foreman, in my opinion. And then, of course, against Mike Tyson, 6'9" versus 5. What? 10. Tyson is 5'10". 6'9" versus 5'10". We're talking about body shots all day. We're talking about body shots.
I think he has a good chance of beating a Sonny Liston though.
Sonny Liston, a prime Sonny Liston. Well, they're gonna go 15 rounds. So, I'm just saying that out of a 15-round fight, I just think that maybe Sonny Liston can catch him in the 15 rounds. But you could be right about that. You could be right about that. You know what I mean? So, but Sonny Liston, I'm saying in a 15-round fight, because Tyson Fury is not going to knock Sonny Liston out. He's not going to do to Sonny Liston what he did to Deontay Wilder in the second fight. He's not going to do that. So, yeah, I don't know. 15 rounds, I'm talking about a 15-round fight too. So those guys fought 15 rounds. So that's why, I maybe I can see that. But Lennox Lewis, even a Lennox Lewis in his prime, I think Lennox Lewis would get Tyson Fury. I'm talking about a prime Lennox Lewis. I think he'll get him because, Fury not going to knock Lennox Lewis out. He's not going to do that. You know what I mean? I don't see that.
They said Lennox got a glass jaw though.
But Lennox only got knocked down, only got stopped twice though.
Yeah, that is true.
Oliver McCall and Hakeem Rockman caught him slipping. But one thing I say about Lennox Lewis, everybody the two people who knocked him out, he came back and Oliver McCall had a mental breakdown in the ring. And then Rockman, he hit. Listen, I have nightmares about that punch he hit Rockman with to this day. You know what I mean? He knocked his tooth through his lip.
Yeah, he did. Hey, Coach.
Yeah.
I was watching the rematch with somebody had it on YouTube with Lennox Lewis and Oliver McCall, the rematch, man.
Right.
And who was it? Mills Lane and Lennox Lewis asked, and they was like, "Yeah, man, I thought this was a joke the way he was acting in the ring," and then I realized he was serious.
Yeah. He was having a breakdown, man. He was having a breakdown. So yeah, he was having a breakdown. What you were saying, Sykes?
Whenever Shannon fought Lennox, he was winning at first, but then he just got demolished.
Talking about Shannon Briggs?
Yeah.
Shannon Briggs got tired. He got tired. He got tired, and Lennox, he couldn't even get out of the way of the punches. Lennox Lewis was hitting Shannon Briggs with punches that you saw coming, but he was too exhausted to move out of the way.
Yeah.
He was too exhausted to move out of the way. You know what I mean? If you look at every fight Shannon Briggs lost and got knocked out on, and at least Shannon Briggs went out on his shield. I give him that. But Shannon Briggs, he get tired. Now I will give Tyson Fury this much. Now, see, the only thing about Tyson Fury though, like, it's hard for me to say that Tyson Fury was the best. He would have beat any of those guys in that era. Tyson Fury was struggling with Odo Wallin. Some people would say Odo Wallin beat him. He got split by Odo Wallin. When he fight these fighters that I would call bums, like John McDermott and stuff like that, he gets knocked down and he struggles so hard with these subpar fighters.
My only thing with him, I just think he fights to the level of his competition.
Right. And I would give you that, but there's only two guys I seen he's fought where he stepped up, and that was the Vladimir Klitschko fought was one of the worst boxing matches I've seen in my life. Like literally, like I don't even know, like, damn, what happened? Punch, grab, stick your tongue out at him. It was just I will say this though. I think in the rematch, Vladimir Klitschko would have beat Tyson Fury. I think in the rematch,
you think that version of Vladimir Klitschko?
Yes, I think in the rematch would have beat him.
He was pretty much out of prime then.
But listen, I still say he would have beat him. I'm gonna tell you why. Remember, I think right before he fought Tyson Fury, I think Emmanuel Stewart had died, right? I think his trainer died. Emmanuel Stewart passed away. So he was, his guy passed away. Emmanuel Stewart had died, so like right before that. So I just think that maybe that played a part in it. And then Tyson Fury didn't rematch him. Tyson Fury, remember, they went on the press conference. They was promoting the rematch. Tyson Fury stood up and, I think his uncle Peter Fury was training him, and Tyson Fury didn't rematch him. There was a reason why he didn't rematch him. Maybe he didn't feel like he could beat him. Then he got on coke with the drinking, and then he said he was having mental issues. We know how that happened, but I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. But me, I can't. It's just hard for me. Like, it's just hard for me to say Tyson Fury is a damn good fighter. I won't take anything from him at all. Oh yeah, how I forgot. Blu-ray. Larry Holmes would have dealt with Fury. Absolutely. Listen, Larry Holmes had the best jab in that I've ever seen out of most boxers, especially the heavyweight division, including Ali. And don't get me wrong now. Hold on, guys. And I know you guys gonna jump down my throat. Ali did not have that stiff jab like Larry Holmes. When Larry Holmes threw a jab, and Larry Holmes was Muhammad Ali's sparring partner. They sparred all throughout the 70s. Larry Holmes was the one that prepared Ali to fight George Foreman. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Ali had brain palm,
Ali had that flicking jab, that blap, blap, blap. Ali had that flicking jab, and he'll hit you with combinations. Larry Holmes had a stiff. If you want to know how to throw a jab, study Larry Holmes.
Hey, Coach, but Lennox Lewis had a great jab too, and
yes, he did.
And Klitschko's had a great jab as well.
That Manuel Stewart. That's the crunk style. Hearns. That's the crunk style. The crunk style is when you fight tall. They teach you how to fight tall and work everything behind the jab. You see what I'm saying? Work everything behind the jab. The only thing Tyson Fury don't have that those fighters who studied under the crunk style have, Tyson Fury don't have that big right hand. Lennox Lewis had a big right hand. Hearns had a big right hand. That's what Tyson Fury, he don't have that big right hand. You see what I'm saying? So, but you're right. Lennox Lewis had a monster jab, but that's the crunk style. The crunk style teaches you that, work behind that jab. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, so you talking about Sonny Liston was 6'9" with the 69.5-inch arm reach, ridiculous. Those, I just think those fighters, it's unfair. What you say? 3 years after Stewart, 3 years after Stewart died, he fought on Vladimir Klitschko. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's right. You're right about that boxing fan. I didn't know exactly which year it was. I knew it was right before, but and that's not to take anything away from Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury beat Vladimir Klitschko. It's just my belief. I believe that Vladimir Klitschko would have beat him in the rematch. But we'll never know. Tyson Fury pulled out of the fight. But Larry Holmes, man, you guys look up Larry Holmes, bro. Larry Holmes had listen. We talking about the beast from the East, man. That dude that had a jab out of this world. When he threw a jab. Stiff, hard. He trying to punch through your face. That's how Larry Holmes threw his jab. But he sat down on his punches too. And yeah, we can't forget about David Price. David Price was a bad boy too. Lisa, you're right about that. I think of a whole bunch of fighters. David Price, I forgot all about him, Lisa. David Price was a monster, man. He hit hard. You know what I mean? Fury looked smaller because he got that bad tall man punch posture. Fury. Listen again. Fury looked real good fighting a Deontay Wilder. Larry Holmes had multiple versions of the jab as well. Holmes also had most complete jab in history. Holmes can throw only jabs and still can rip people with just one punch. Yeah, Larry Holmes was dropping people with the jab. He didn't even have to use his right hand. That's how good Larry Holmes was with his jab. Like literally, bro. And I hated Larry Holmes because he beat Ali. The way he beat Ali in 1980, but it wasn't Holmes' fault. It was more Angelo Dundee's fault. Y'all should have threw the towel in after the 5th round. There's no way you should have let Ali get beat up for 11 rounds and then throw the towel in after that. There's no way.
Hey, at least Ali didn't blame it on the referee or the drink or the soup.
What you say? You say, bro? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Ali didn't do that, bro. Really, Tyson right hand. left a dent and dropped Deontay Wilder. Oh, man. Listen, bro, I have no comment on that. Hey, Kai. Hey, Kai, how you doing? I have no comment on that, man. You talking about? Hey, listen, man.
The fight about to start in 24 minutes.
Yeah, not the fight. The fight not starting.
Yeah, the coverage.
Yeah,
but the main event's gonna start like at 8 and 9. They said.
No, the main event only gonna start at that time. Canelo. Yeah, Canelo and them they probably won't fight until 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, which would be 10 o'clock Central Time.
Well, I'm in Texas, so I don't know what time that is.
Oh, it's going to start 10 o'clock your time. You're in Texas. Okay. That's when you're going to see Canelo and Billy Joe step in the ring. And that's going to be 4 o'clock. It
depends on how the other guys fight. Like if they fight for a long time, if they last all the 12 rounds, then it might take a little bit longer. I'm not 100% sure, but
well, you got to look at the scheduled time too. Maybe they might have a scheduled time, like the earliest they can start.
No, they said 4:25. It's gonna start in 24 minutes. The undercard, so that's the earliest.
Adrian says Fury beat one of the most technical heavyweights ever. And Vladimir Klitschko. Okay, hold on. If Fury stopped one of the hardest hitting, come on, man. You have to respect that. Listen, Adrian. I respect the fact that Tyson Fury beat Vladimir Klitschko in a snooze fest, and I respect the fact that he beat Deontay Wilder, a guy who can't box. I respect that.
Deontay only relies on his right hand.
I'm not taking anything away from Fury from doing that. I'm saying outside of those two fighters, when it comes to the fighters of the past, I'm not going to say that Fury beats Larry Holmes, Sonny Liston, Ali, George Foreman. I'm never going to say that. Joe Louis, I'm never going to say that. I can't say because he fought Frazier. Frazier. No, that's now stylistically, I don't know. Frazier, that might be a good. He might have could have beat Frazier because Frazier was like 6'1". So he might have could have beat Frazier.
I don't think he would have beat Frazier.
But it's just hard for me to give. It's just hard for me to give Tyson Fury that much. I give him credit. He beat Deontay Wilder, and he beat Vladimir Klitschko in a snooze fest. Punch and grab, and it worked. The punch and grabs tactic worked against Vladimir Klitschko. And to me, Vladimir Klitschko wasn't all that. So when you say he beat one of the most technical fighters of all time, I listen. Vladimir Klitschko was probably one of the most garbage heavyweights I've ever seen in my life. Literally, if Vladimir Klitschko would have fought Lennox Lewis in his prime, he would have got put to sleep. If he would have fought Tyson in his prime, he would have got put to sleep. If he would have fought Larry Holmes in his prime, he would have got put to sleep. And I don't even care if he had Manuel Stewart as his trainer. It didn't matter who his trainer was.
He got put to sleep by Layman Brewster. So I mean, Layman Brewster he changed his name to Goofy at one time, didn't he? I don't know.
Yeah, he changed his name to Goofy. Layman Brewster knocked Vladimir Klitschko out. So Tyson Fury beating Vladimir Klitschko is really not, No, I like Tyson Fury, John. Listen, Tom, I get it. I understand. If you say anything criticizing Tyson Fury, I understand you Tyson Fury fans, you get your panties in a bunch. You can't say any criticism about Tyson Fury. I get it. You Tyson Fury fans. Tyson Fury is the greatest boxer of all time. He's better than Ali. He's better than Foreman. There's none of the heavyweights in the history of boxing is better than Tyson Fury. I understand your position. I strongly disagree. Tyson Fury beat two people. He beat Vladimir Klitschko. He beat Deontay Wilder. These are the two big names he's beaten. It is my opinion that those heavyweights of the past would dish rag Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. That's my opinion. I don't have any emotional attachment to Tyson Fury the way you guys do. I get it. Tyson Fury is the greatest boxer of all time, according to you guys. Deontay Wilder is not a boxer. Deontay Wilder can't even box. So for you to say Deontay Wilder can't even box. He's not a boxer. He is a fighter. You see what I'm saying? I am not going to give Tyson Fury credit over any of those past heavyweights, and we just going to disagree on that. And if that got you upset, then I don't apologize for that. Tyson Fury is not this great fighter that, in my eyes, that would beat any of these heavyweights of the past. Is Tyson Fury a great fighter in 2021? Yes. Will Tyson Fury beat Larry Holmes? In my opinion, hell no. Will he beat George Foreman? Hell no. Would he beat Ali? Hell no. Sonny Liston? No. Joe Louis? No. Aaron Pryor? No. None of he won't beat those guys, in my opinion.
Damn, you said Aaron Pryor?
Not Aaron Pryor. Sorry about that. Not Aaron Pryor. What's my main man name? Price.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not Aaron Pryor. I meant to say Price. That's just my opinion. You see what I'm saying? I get it. I know you guys in the UK. I get it. Tyson Fury is the greatest boxer in the history of boxing. I do not agree with that. I don't agree with that. I would never say nothing like that. Is Tyson Fury great in 2021? He is great in 2021. But that's as far as I'm going to go. You know what I mean? That's it. So we are that all day. No, this is Tom.
You said that Tyson Fury is the greatest boxer. No. They compare these bombs.
No. Tom John said that I don't like Fury. No, Fury is one of my favorite heavyweights. I don't he's saying I don't like Fury because I'm saying Fury wouldn't beat a Larry Holmes. He wouldn't beat a George Foreman. He wouldn't beat Ali. He wouldn't beat. So he's saying because I'm saying that, that's why. Come on, man. I'm never going to say that. I'm never going to say Tyson Fury is going to beat any of those guys. I would never say that. Never.
Never. They compare this generation to the legends. It's simple as that. Yeah?
Right.
It's simple as that. No way. You could never knock Buster Douglas out, Oliver McCall, Abdul Rahman. None of these boxers.
Hey, Coach, you said we talk about Vlad, not Fury.
Yeah, no, I wasn't talking about Paul CX. I wasn't talking about you, Paul. I was talking about John. I was talking to Tom John. And Wilder can bang. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, Wilder can bang, but listen, Wilder is a good fighter, but he's a terrible boxer. And I don't think you guys understand that. There's a difference between being a good fighter and a boxer. Tyson Fury is a boxer. He's an excellent boxer. Deontay Wilder is not an excellent boxer. He can fight. He has heart, but can he box? No, he can't box to save his life.
He's a brawler.
Right. Fury, listen, Deontay Wilder's going to get you out. He's going to catch you with that one shot, and the fight is over with. You see what I'm saying? That's it. And he's done good with that. And I'm not taking anything from Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder has heart. He's a warrior. I can't take that from him. But when it comes to boxing, he's not a good boxer. He's not a good boxer. Hell, I don't think Deontay Wilder know what a check left hook is. I don't even think that he know how to throw a jab to the body. Does he know how to throw hooks to the body?
I don't even think Deontay Wilder know how to jump rope.
You see what I'm saying? Does he understand angles? You see what I'm saying? Does he understand feints? How to feint properly, how to consistently use feints and proper foot placement in order to set up your shots. You know what I mean? I have never seen this. Go ahead.
Coach, hold on. You know the LDBC, it was cheering Deontay Wilder on with him and Malik Scott. He was doing these feints and whatnot, hitting the pads and stuff. So
yeah, he listen, and then his trainer is a bum, Malik Scott. Like, come on, man. Like, how you go from Mark Breland to Malik Scott? I know Malik Scott has been in Deontay Wilder's camp. I understand that. But Malik Scott is the same fighter who took a dive when he fought Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
This is the same fighter who took a dive. And this is the guy you got training you?
Even Charlie Z didn't take a dive.
Man, I'm like, come on, man. I mean, come on, man. Like Malik Scott. They talking like Malik Scott is Angelo Dundee or some what's my main man name? Who's the middleweight champ, not lightweight champion?
Hey, Coach, I'm gonna head out. It was okay. Great talking to you, man.
All right, go ahead, fam. Hey, we're going to bring the Ali Bell to my main man Sykes, who's on the line rocking with us today. Listen, man. I Listen, man, Malik Scott. Listen. All respect to Malik Scott. I don't want to talk trash about Malik Scott. Wilder, a good fighter. He crumbled when he got chinned. Tyson Fury got up off the canvas when he got chinned, and it came out with his balls hanging. Listen, and listen. Tyson Fury did destroy Deontay Wilder in the second fight, but Deontay Wilder didn't. He did not quit. He did not quit. His corner threw the towel in, and they should have threw the towel in because he was getting beat to death. And I will say this. Wilder did not look the same that second fight. Is that taken away from Fury? No. Maybe it was something that Fury did. Maybe Fury caught him with a good shot in the first round, and he could recover from it. It could be a variety of things. But Tyson Fury destroyed Deontay Wilder that second fight. There's no excuses. I don't want to hear twerk gate, water bottle gate, referee gate, baby mama gate, baby daddy gate, child support gate. I don't want to hear nothing. Yeah, I don't want to hear any of those gates. Costume gate. He knows.
1.5 years.
Right.
1.5 years we've been listening to this bomb channels and LDBC chatting about Wilder excuses. They are still talking about it now.
Man, you know what I think? I think the reason why Deontay Wilder didn't look the same in that second fight, because I think nerves got to him. Because that first fight, when Fury got up from that, that last knockdown, he got up and he started outboxing Wilder again. He probably was thinking like, damn, like I don't want to get embarrassed like this again.
Right. Absolutely. And then the thing too with Tyson Fury can box and he can fight. If he has to get it, if he has to get it down to fight, he will. You know what I mean? So shout out to my main man, Boxing Logic. What's going on, fam? It's unfair to compare eras, but Fury could compete in the past. Wilder could not. Yeah, I agree. Well, Fury could compete in the past because of his boxing style, and I'm gonna tell you why I do agree with that. And because Tyson Fury, for him to be 6'9" tall and have the footwork that he has, Tyson Fury has excellent footwork. Now,
true.
He has excellent footwork. I listen, man. I haven't seen a guy that's 6'9" can move like that. But I will say this: those fighters of the past were some tough guys. They was really tough, and they can take, and they fought 15 rounds. I'm saying back then, they fought 15-round fights. So those guys was tough. They're not like you wasn't going to get John McDermott's in that era. You wasn't going to get Odo Wallins and Sefer Seferi. You wasn't going to get that in that era. You know what I mean? Never. You wasn't going to get that in that era. So and this is not knocking. Go ahead.
Riddick Bowe versus Tyson Fury. Riddick Bowe had good footwork.
Yeah, Big Daddy Bowe. Yeah, he only had one loss. Yeah, Big Daddy Bowe was a bad boy. He only had one loss.
What do you reckon?
He was 40-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Paul Burke said, yes, coach, it was the first time anyone put Deontay Wilder, put it on Deontay Wilder, and he didn't know what to do. Yeah. No, he didn't know what to do. Listen, I'm listen. In that fight, Tyson Fury said he was going to do, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to come right at Deontay Wilder. Nobody believed him outside of maybe his camp. Because I didn't believe him. I was like, man, he ain't going to. Listen, as a matter of fact, go back and watch that video that what Deontay Wilder gave an interview to Radio Raheem. It's that famous to this day video where he was saying to this day. He was telling Radio Raheem, Tyson Fury keeps saying he's going to do this to me and do that to me. He said, I don't believe you. He said, we don't believe you. You ain't never knocked nobody out ever before. You don't even hit like that. You don't have the punching power. I don't believe you. He was so shocked that Tyson Fury, and look at that second fight. When the bell rung, Tyson Fury rushed Deontay Wilder. He ran towards Deontay Wilder. And when he ran to Deontay Wilder, look at the look that was on Deontay Wilder's face. Look how big his eyes got. He was shocked. And I think from that point on, he didn't know what to do. In my opinion, he didn't know what to do. He didn't know what to do.
When he got clipped around the ear, right, that play, I think that shocked him.
That could have knocked his equilibrium off. And you know what I mean? Yeah. So again, I always say, and Lisa Bells, you're right. If Riddick Bowe is in shape, yeah. If he's in shape, yeah, he would give Tyson Fury a problem if he's in shape.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you very much.
If he's not in shape, Tyson Fury Tyson Fury would give him problems. He would give him problems. Because Riddick Bowe had a problem staying. Riddick Bowe did have weight issues. That is true. He wasn't disciplined like that. You know what I mean? Gallardo got disqualified against Riddick Bowe. You say Gallardo whooped Riddick Bowe. No, Gallardo got disqualified. He was hitting below the belt.
But he was whipping him though, Coach.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, come on, man, come on.
He was. You know, he was. You know what I mean? He was winning the fight. He was, but Gallardo got disqualified.
Yeah, he was trying to he was trying to make sure Riddick Bowe don't have any more children.
Hey, listen, man. Listen. So and honestly, I think that if Tyson Fury and Wilder fight again, I see Tyson Fury beating him again, because I'm gonna tell you why. I think psychologically that did something to Wilder. And I'm gonna tell you why I would say Tyson Fury would beat Deontay Wilder again in the third match. Deontay Wilder has not come to grips with how he lost the first time. When you have a fighter that get beat, right? You said he would get KO'd by everybody in the past, but now saying he could compete in the past. Listen, when I say Tyson, I'm saying if Tyson Fury fought the elite fighters, of course he'll beat. Of course there'll be some fighters he would beat. I mean, he'll beat Jerry Cooney. Tyson Fury will beat Jerry Cooney, in my opinion. I'm not saying every heavyweight of the past would beat him. Let me clarify. I'm saying that the top fighters, I'm saying that the top fighters, he'll get beat by those guys. That's just my opinion, but we'll never know. Those are different eras. We'll never know. But that's just my opinion. That's what I mean by that, Tom, to clarify. But man, I forgot what I was saying before that. Listen, in the third fight, if Tyson Fury and Wilder fights again in the third fight, I just don't see Tyson Fury losing to Wilder, because Wilder has not come to grips with how he lost the first fight. Lost the first time. Not the first fight, but I'm saying the second fight. If he's still talking about the water bottle, if he's still talking about crabbing the bucket referee, if he's still talking about the costume, if he's still talking about egg weights and padding was taken out, cushion was taken out of the glove, they still that's what the Alphabet Boy said with Young Pharaoh. He took the padding out of the glove. If he's still talking about all of those things, then Fury beats him again. Because psychologically, mentally, Fury is in his head. Fury got him. I agree with Tyson Fury. He said he has Deontay Wilder's soul in his back pocket. I agree with that. I agree with that. Like, it's just, I mean, Tyson Fury is in America Listen, Tyson Fury is right here in America right now, and we don't know where Deontay Wilder's at. Tyson Fury is right here in Dallas. He's in Texas right now. You would think he's in your backyard, he's in your country, Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder should make a statement and show up at the fight and say, to this day, I want my rematch. I want my get
just about to say that, bro. Just about to say that same thing, Coach. You should turn up, make a racket, get a third rematch in UK. Simple as that. Listen.
If I was Deontay Wilder, I'll be in Texas right now. In front of the media and saying I'm here. Bomb Squad is back. Tyson Fury owe me a rematch for the third fight. I'm gonna do A, B, C, and D to him. This is what Wilder should be doing. If Wilder don't show up at that fight, it's making Wilder look real bad. If he don't show up at this fight with the Billy Joe Saunders fight, he should be in front of a camera right now in Dallas, Texas, calling Tyson Fury out. There's no way Tyson Fury should be here in the United States, in Dallas, Texas, talking about Deontay Wilder, saying, "Hey, I got Deontay Wilder's balls in my pocket. I got his soul in my pocket. I got his heart. He will not come back out and fight again." There's no way he should be in your country talking about this, saying this about you, and you not saying anything.
True, man. Look at Spence and Crawford. They're all sitting together, a couple of seats away. He turns up. So Wilder should go to Texas, call the guy out, make a racket. The whole world is there tonight. All the guests and VIPs are there tonight. So you should, actually. Pass your message on to LGBT bums. Tell them, look, tell Wilder to go there.
Right. Listen, Ricky Torres, shout out to Ricky Torres for the super chat. What do you say, fam? You say Ego said if there's a glove gate in Canelo fight, he don't care because the media didn't cover on the black guy, Deontay Wilder. He won't cover the white guy. Man, listen. See, all this racial stuff, black guy, white guy. Listen, this is what I'm talking about. Like these guys are race hustlers. They are so obsessed with, and unfortunately, this is the culture in America right now with the critical race theory that's going on in politics, that's being spread amongst corporations, which is nothing but Marxism. They know nothing about. Let me show you guys something. Hold on, let me show you guys something.
Man, proper stupidity. What's going on in the USA, man? I can't believe it.
Like let me show you guys something. Like I'm a book reader, right? As you guys know, I work out a lot, but my favorite hobby is reading books. You need to read books like this. The Communist Manifesto, Karl Marx. This is what's going on in America today.
Yeah, Karl Marx.
The State and Revolution. You need to understand this is what's going on in America today and around cynical theories. Cynical theories. This is dealing with how Marxism, and then it says how activists, scholars make everything about race, gender, and identity. This is what's going on in America today, guys, for all of you guys from the UK. This is why there's something an obsession in America about race, because this is the teaching that's being indoctrinated to our kids in the schools, in the universities, and it's in politics, and now it's in major corporations. This is what's going on. This is what's going on with the BLM movement, the BLM, the organization. Is this. Study Karl Marx. I have a bunch of books. I have a bunch of books I've read. See, I'm very versed in this stuff. Me being a former Marxist, I'm very versed. That's what's going on. So those guys are lightweight. When they try to make everything about what race and this and that, I can't do it, dog. I can't do it. You see what I'm saying? I just can't do it. You know what I mean? I can't do it. You know what I mean? So shout out to my sister Karma Serene. Shout out to Karma Serene. And shout out to Lisa Bells. You know what I mean? My sister Lisa Bells. So that's what's going on in America, guys. If you're from the UK, that's what's going on in America. They're pushing this critical race theory stuff, and they're trying to divide everybody in the country. They're trying to make black against white, Democrat against Republican. It's divide and conquer tactics, and it's working. It's working. It's working like a charm. Me, I see it for what it is. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not getting into that. These Alphabet Boy channels. This is what they trying to push on a lightweight. I have a bunch of books. I read books like from Thomas Sowell. They call him Uncle Tom over here, these black power people. Thomas Sowell, which is a black economist, very educated guy. I read stuff by Larry Elder, Walter Williams. I don't even address this in this channel because this is a boxing channel. So I don't even address that. But that's what's going on in America. And unfortunately, it's seeping in the sport of boxing. That race stuff is seeping in the sport of boxing. Now it's about the black fight over here and the white fight over there and the Spanish fight over here. What the hell I got to do with boxing? Nothing.
So but no politics. No politics in sport.
Right. These guys are race hustlers. They are race hustlers. And this is what they're doing. So that's why I bang on it. Yeah, this is why I bang on it. What you say, Blu-ray, the leftist liberals have taken over the USA, Coach. Yeah, they have. They taken over the USA. Don't get me wrong. The left and the right, they are on the same team. They're on the same team. All of them on the same team. I don't like politicians. I don't give a damn about Democrats or Republicans. It's two wings of the same bird. You know what I mean? So yeah. But anyway, let's get back to boxing though. When I aspirate to boxing again, let's go, Billy Joe. Let's go, Billy Joe. Let's go. I got Billy Joe, man. I got Billy Joe. Karma Serene, my sister sent me a cash app yesterday, guys. She did. Honestly, she sent me a cash app. She say that I'm gonna lose. And she said it's gonna help me. She helped me out to buy my Guinness Stout. So Karma, I'm going to buy the Guinness Stout. As soon as I finish this live, I'm going to go buy the Guinness Stout. We're going to go live again at 8 o'clock because I'm going to cover the fight all night long, and we're going to see what happens. And I listen, Karma. We're going to go live Sunday at 3 o'clock. If I have to eat crow, I'm gonna come on this show and I'm gonna eat crow. I just want to see my dog, Billy Joe Saunders, put on a good performance. I want to see Billy Joe put on a good performance, represent for the people. The peoples, you know what I mean? That's what I want to see.
I'm telling you, I see Billy Joe Saunders. I've seen him in the amateurs. I've seen him train, and trust me, just watch out for his footwork. I'm asking everyone, just watch out for his footwork.
Man, my sister
I'm
Karma,
telling you,
man.
be surprised.
My sister Karma, man. I love Karma and Lisa, man. They're some good people, man. Philly Fly, what you say, baby? You say, Coach, send me a list of your favorite books. Yeah, I will. I have an extensive library, bro. Listen, when I say I'm very well versed in Marxism, I am. I came up with my mother was a Panther, and then my grandfather was a member of the Nation of Islam. He the one taught me. So I know Marxism. Trust me, I know it. Because that's all that stuff is, Marxism. That's all it is. Race hustling 101. You want to know how to race hustle? Yeah. Understand. I'm just saying, this is what it is. You got to understand what's going on. This is what's going on. So them alphabet, Coach, I have an amateur boxing club. There is no race in boxing clubs. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's why I just got to keep it boxing. I just hope that we see Billy Joe Saunders test Canelo with his skills and ring IQ. The issue is the power, though. Listen, don't worry about the power. Listen, don't worry. Listen, people say Billy Joe Saunders don't have power. He don't have to have power. Just have enough to make your opponent respect you. You see what I'm saying? There are plenty of fights that I can show you. My guy, Pernell Whitaker, didn't have no punching power at all. But you don't need punching power to win a fight. You just need this. You just need skills, footwork, head movement. You got to know how to slip. Be real slick defensively and offensively. Right. You don't need power. You don't need power. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, is he gonna knock Canelo out? No, hell no. I don't see that. But can he outbox Canelo? It's a possibility. It's a possibility. You see what I'm saying? So no. So either way it goes. Listen, I'm just happy that we have a fight. I'm just happy that we have a fight, guys. And hopefully, we might hear an announcement between Anthony Knock him out the box Joshua and Tyson King Fury.
It might be
man.
Might be on the screen, on a telephone, live screen.
Yeah, man. We get that, boy. That's gonna be, boy.
70-30,
Hey.
I did say that to you, Coach. Come on, man.
Yeah, you
did say that. Ago.
Yeah, you did say that.
I did say that.
You say that.
Maybe watch out for it.
Man, I just don't want to get my hopes up high, man. I just, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to get my hopes. Hey, Bo, I just don't want to get my hopes up high, dog. I want an announcement tonight with Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. I just don't want to get my hopes up, dog. Right now, I'm tired. I'm weary. I'm weak. Oh man.
How long we waiting? 1.5 years, yeah? Nearly over a year. We waited for this announcement, man. Come on, man.
No, not really. No, it hasn't. I don't think it's been a year. They was talking about it, but I think it kind of got serious this year. That's when it really got serious this year.
4 or 5 months. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, it is what it is, but using a 14-ounce glove. Oh man, you're right about that. Boxing fans say using a 14-ounce glove and using a 14-ounce glove doesn't matter if foam or horsehair both have to weigh 14 ounces. I don't know what you. I don't know. I'm not trying to understand what you're getting at, but what do you say, Dr. Mofongo? You need enough to keep the other guy honest. Yeah. I think Billy Joe got enough pop, to keep him honest. That's all you need. You know what I mean? That's all you need, fam. You just need enough pop. Does that mean he's gonna win the fight? No. But you just need enough pop. That's all. You know what I mean? You know, listen. We have plenty of fights that we've seen throughout history where the bigger puncher loses to the guy who doesn't have punching power. Punching power don't win fights. I'm sorry, punching power don't win fights. I mean, it can if you land the right punch. If you land the right punch and get the guy out of there, but we have plenty of cases to where the guy who is the biggest puncher loses to the guy who is the more slicker boxer and doesn't have that punching power. You know what I mean? So, you know, again, guys, I'm not saying that, you know, that means that Canelo is not going to knock Billy Joe Saunders out. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that Billy Joe Saunders is not going to stop Canelo or whatever. We don't know what's going to happen, right? We know that Canelo is the favorite. We know Billy Joe is the underdog. I'm just saying that, you know, I believe that Billy Joe can pull it out. Billy Joe, listen, guys, listen. I went to the Himalayas. Philly Fly. My brother, Philly Fly and Diallo Huggy. I got to give y'all. I went to the Himalayas, Diallo. Philly Fly. I went to the Himalayas. I smoked on the peace pipe with the Buddhist priest, and they told me that Billy Joe was going to come through. You see what I'm saying? Like a stallion at the Kentucky Derby. This is what they told me when I went to the Himalayas and meditated with the Buddhist priest. You know, Billy Joe is going to come through. You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you guys. All right, I'm telling you. Jeff Luciano, what's up, fam? Listen, the Buddhist priest told me when we were smoking on the peace pipe, meditating, that Billy Joe was going to come through. He's going to come with the upset of the year against Canelo Alvarez. Now, who am I to argue against that? You see what I'm saying? Who am I to argue against that?
Billy the Kid, man. Come on. Billy the Kid, the most famous cowboy in America, man. That's how it's going to go tonight, man. Billy the Kid style, man.
Hey, yeah. Listen, and Philly Fly said it best. He said, Wilder versus Fury is a perfect example. Bomb Squad said that Tyson Fury had pillow fists. He had pillow fists. That's what they say. But guess what? Pillow fists stopped Bomb Squad. You know what I mean? So, but anyways, hold on. Hey, what he say? He say, brother, you've never left the country. I'm telling you, I left the country. I went. In his dream. Listen. He said, hey, what he say? This dude will say, Benny Bishop said, you didn't smoke nothing in the Himalayas. Listen, you wasn't there, so you have no idea what I smoked in the Himalayas. You have no idea. You wasn't there. You see what I'm saying? That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Coach, you need to back off that peace pipe, bro. Back away from it. He said he need to back away from the peace pipe. hey, Halim, I'm getting them riled up right now. I'm getting riled up.
Hey, listen, man, you better stay away from that. Get my 10% ready, man. You know what I mean?
Hey, he said, I've been a Canelo.
Get my 10% ready.
He said, I've been a Canelo man for 8 years. Okay, that's good, man. That's good. Philly Fly, what you say? Coach, I hope he comes through. I bet on this fight like you. Listen, I'm telling you, man. Tyson Fury has a boxing IQ, but his body never been tested before. Yeah. You know, he has it. He has it. Benny Bishop, what do you say, fam? Hey, we can agree to disagree. No biggies. It's all fun. Yeah. I'm just kicking it, guys. I'm just kicking it. You know what I mean? I'm just kicking it.
Coaches on a peace pipe, man.
Hey, what do you say? The Buddhist priest was high. Listen, I'm telling you, man. I was meditating with the Buddhist priest. We was levitating off the ground, and I saw a vision. I saw a vision that Billy Joe came through. You see what I'm saying? He's going to go down. This is going to be one of the greatest fights in the history of boxing. Billy Joe, a massive underdog against Canelo Alvarez, is going to come through and pull off the upset of the century. And when he beat Canelo Alvarez. It's gonna go 12 rounds. Billy Joe gonna win. He's probably gonna win about 8 rounds against Canelo. That's my prediction. 8-4. Billy Joe gonna come through. He might need to win 9-3. He might need to win 9-3 because to give it some wiggle room. You know what I mean? But you know, and that's it. That's it. Billy Joe, man. Billy Joe. You know, Billy Joe. Let's go. You see what I'm saying? We need to make a song for Billy Joe too, man. I tell you what, all you guys who don't believe in Billy Joe Saunders, if Billy Joe pull it out, I need you guys to say, we need to sing a, no, I was going to say sing a song, but we're not going to do that. If Billy Joe can pull it out, I need you guys to say that Billy Joe Saunders is one of the greatest fighters of all time in our era. We got to give him that. No, listen, listen, hey, Halib, I'm telling you, I'm finna get a ride up. I'm finna get a ride up. I'm telling you, if Billy Joe pulled this fight out, he's going down in history as one of the greatest super middleweights. I just say super middleweights of all time, because he's beating a guy that nobody says he can win against. Exactly. Billy Joe gonna shock the world, man. Billy Joe gonna shock the world. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling y'all. Listen, boxing fan. Boxing would say maybe the dream means Billy Joe would be asleep.
I will send this over. Tonight.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, boxing fan, man. He said maybe the dream means that Billy Joe gonna be sleeping in Himalayas. Oh, that was hilarious. That was a good one. Hey, boxing fan, that was a good one, man. Hey, man, don't say that about Billy Joe, man. Don't say that about Billy Joe, man. Coach.
I will send Her Majesty the Queen to coach tonight. If anything happens. That's Her Majesty the Queen and Lieutenant Coach William tonight.
Hey, boxing fan, that was funny, fam. That was real funny, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, boxing fan, that was funny though. That was real funny. Hey, that was funny. That was a good one there, bro. That was a good one. Hey, listen, Jeff, I'm telling you, man, Billy Joe ain't getting, listen, all jokes aside, though, I don't see Billy Joe getting knocked out, guys. I don't see it. I don't see it, man. I just can't. I understand that if Billy Joe is in shape, if he's in shape, I don't know what kind of cardio. He made weight real easy, too. He made weight real easy. The weigh in, he made weight like it wasn't nothing. He didn't look like he was drained. He didn't look like he was, irritated or nothing. He made weight real easy. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. What you say about houses, Coach? You must really need that 100 back because you begging this into existence.
Man, damn.
Hey, boy, y'all being hard on me today, man. Y'all are being hard on me today. All because I bet on Billy Joe, man. All because I bet on Billy Joe, man. Come on, man.
Yo, Coach, I got your back, man. I got your back, man.
Halil got my back, man.
MPK got Coach Malachi Williams back. Yeah.
Hey, hold on. What you say?
MPK, man.
Billy, listen, Canelo hasn't lost a fight in 7.5 years.
Billy Joe Saunders, 0.
Somebody gonna beat him. Somebody gonna beat him, man. Why not Billy Joe? That's all I'm saying. He said, now come on now, let's be realistic. Canelo has never wanted to put hands on a man so bad the way he's putting hands on Billy Joe tonight. Listen, all I'm saying, lie is this. Canelo has not lost a fight in 7.5 years.
2013.
Somebody got to beat him. Why not Billy Joe? I'm just saying. Listen, why not Billy Joe, man? Somebody got to beat him.
He has got a better chance than previous boxers. He's got a better chance than Yildirim, Callum Smith. Forget them.
Hey, George, you're right about that. A body shot from Canelo is on another level. You right? You 100% right about that. A body shot from Canelo would be troublesome. I just don't believe Billy Joe gonna be there to be hit. I just don't believe he's going to be there to be hit. That's all I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Coach, I'll be back in a bit.
All right, fam. All right,
yeah,
come on. All right. Okay. All right, man. Shout out to my brother Halim, man. Ring the Ali bell for Halim. Let's ring the Ali bell from my brother, my main man, Lie 11. Let's ring the Ali bell for him. Let's ring the Ali bell for Michael Hesford. Let's ring the Ali bell for Monkey D. Luffy. Let's ring the Ali bell for my brother Diallo Huggy, man. Diallo Huggy, what's going on? Jeff Lucietta. Let's ring the Ali bell for those guys, man. I just named. You know what I mean? Listen. Let's see. Did you really see the eye-to-eye weigh-in? You see the way Canelo looked at Billy? Listen, I seen the way Canelo looked at Billy, and I seen the way Billy looked at Canelo. Billy did not have any fear in his eyes at all. He didn't have no fear in his eyes. I didn't see no fear from Billy Joe Saunders. I didn't see any fear from Canelo Alvarez. I'm not going to sit here and say that Billy looked scared. I saw the weigh-in, and I saw the face-to-face. And Billy looked him dead in his eyes. He didn't blink. I didn't see no fear at all. You know what I mean? I didn't see no fear at all. And I didn't see any fear in Canelo's eyes, neither. So neither one of these guys are afraid of each other. Neither one of these guys are afraid of each other. You see what I'm saying? He got the best hands at 6'8", that's for sure. Don't think Canelo loses until he steps in with Bivol or better be. Canelo KO's domestic level and glass shins against the world level. He's fighting normally. Yeah, his fight's normally go to distance. Yeah, I honestly, guys, I think this fight is going 12 rounds. I think this fight is going 12 rounds, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Hey, George, what you say, bro? Speak it, believe it, receive it, until you get punched in the head. Hey, man, why y'all so hard on Billy Joe, man? Why y'all so hard on Billy Joe, man? Jeff Lucietta, you're right about that. Neither guy is scared. Yeah, no, that guy wasn't scared. No, nobody's afraid. Canelo's not afraid of Billy Joe, and Billy Joe's not afraid of Canelo. I didn't see no fear in nobody's eyes. Right on, man. Hey, this is fun stuff. I appreciate your time, Coach. I can't wait till we hear the ding ding. Yeah, man. Hey, for real, brother. For real, Nano. I really want to see this fight, man. I'm just happy that we're getting this fight. Because we can't get the Errol Spence and Terence Crawford fight because of the boxing politics with between Bob Arum and what's the guy name? Al Heyman. We can't get that fight. So at least Canelo is fighting. No, because a lot of the Alphabet Boy channels, they say, well, Canelo Alvarez, he cherry pick fights and stuff like that. He's fighting bums and this. Okay, now Canelo's fighting Billy Joe Saunders. You see what I'm saying? So you know what the narrative is going to be. Either way it goes. If Canelo beats Billy Joe Saunders, the Alphabet Boys are going to say, well, Billy Joe ain't fought nobody. He was a bum, right? And then if Billy Joe wins, the Alphabet Boys are going to say, oh, well, Canelo Alvarez, he really couldn't fight anyways. He got exposed. So it's going to be, it's going to be, because, they don't like Billy Joe. I mean, they don't like Canelo. And listen, and guess what, guys? Guess what? Hey, Diallo Huggy, guess what, fam? Arrows avoiding Terrence. Yeah, and guess what, fam? Guess what? The Alphabet Boys are rooting for Billy Joe Saunders. And they don't even like UK fighters. They don't even like UK fighters. But they hate Canelo that much that they're rooting. Well, I ain't gonna say they hate Canelo. I just say they have a strong dislike for him. You see what I'm saying? So they're rooting for Canelo. They're rooting for Billy Joe to beat Canelo, which is shocking to me because Billy Joe Saunders is friends with Tyson Fury. So I kind of figure that maybe because they hate Tyson Fury too, they'll root against Billy Joe Saunders. But they are rooting for Billy Joe. I hope Billy Joe doesn't do a Smith and swallow when it comes down to actual being in the ring. Yeah. Me neither. I don't think so, man. From what I'm hearing about the Gypsies, man, the Gypsies not built like that. They come to fight. So I'm just look at it that way. I think Billy Joe's coming to fight. I hope he come to fight. Billy Joe, Billie Jean, nor Billy Bob is beating Canelo. Hey, man, Billie Jean will beat Canelo. Watch your mouth. Billie Jean will beat Canelo. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, what you say? Gypsy's taking all the titles this year. Okay, Paul, what you say, fam? Coach, some of the boxing fans don't realize how good Billy Joe is. He went to the Olympics at 18 years old. EU gold medal. Yeah. I think he's going to fight to he's going to fight to level his competition. They hyped Kellen Smith up the same way. Hey, Karma. Hey, just waiting Ali Bell for Karma Serene. Hey, Karma. It amazes me that the Alphabet Boy channels are rooting for Billy Joe Saunders. It amazes me. It's like, man, they really don't like Canelo. You know, like Canelo is pound for pound. To me, he pound for pound number one. It's Terence Crawford is after Canelo. It's Canelo Alvarez, then Terence Crawford. That's how I have it. But for some reason, they don't like Billy Joe Saunders. I mean, not Billy Joe. They don't like Canelo Alvarez. That's something else. Shout out to my brother Bo. Let's ring the Ali Bell for my main man Bo. They don't like Canelo. I don't know why. I don't know why the Alphabet Boy don't like Canelo. Like, I like Canelo. Canelo a bad boy. He's a monster. You see what I'm saying? It's just that I'm going with Billy Joe tonight.
I think they probably rooting for Canelo to win for Billy Joe to win because I guess in their mind they believe Billy Joe will give somebody like Charlo a shot at the title or something like that.
Oh man, James Ferris. I hope so. I don't know if Anthony Joshua's in the country. Is there any footage of AJ being in the country?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier, Coach.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, they got a picture. I don't know if it's Photoshop, but it was like him getting on a plane to fly to the U.S.
Okay, yeah. But when was that picture? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I think it was like yesterday.
That's a long flight though. From the UK.
What's that about? Like what, a 7-8 hour flight?
Yeah, something like that. Let me see. I'm trying to see Anthony Joshua. I just want to see is there anything out there with Anthony Joshua? You know, I don't know. Somebody would have sent me something as well. Didn't nobody send me anything. Yeah, the zone. They got 23,000 watching right now. So the fight. I mean, the zone card has already started. I guess we on the zone. Yeah, they boxing right now on the zone. And they started early. So these just a whole bunch of damn fights. Listen, the fact, man, that we got 70,000 out here to watch this fight is amazing, bro. It's amazing. I feel sorry for all of you states in the United States that's on this severe lockdown. You in these democratically ran states, Democrat mayor and stuff like that, and governors, where they just locking business owners up for trying to open their business and make a living to take care of their families. It's okay to riot, but it's okay to riot. You won't go to jail, but if you try to run a business to feed your family, they lock you up. I feel sorry for you guys. I really do. You need to move to Texas or Florida. You need to move to Texas or Florida. You see what I'm saying? But I hope that we got 70,000 fans coming to watch this fight, man. This is amazing. He said, y'all believe that lie that Kurt put out? It's 14 hours from Dallas. We say it's 14 hours from Dallas, and AJ is still posting from his house on Snap. Yeah. I mean, listen, Karma Serene, like, I don't know anything about Anthony Joshua traveling to the United States. You know what I mean? I don't know anything about that, Karma. Like, okay, like, Karma, thank you for clearing that up, sis. Thank you for clearing that up. They say AJ is at home, is in the UK, Bo.
Oh, he's in the UK? All right.
Yeah, he's in the UK. He's not.
Yeah. I think with Karma Serene, I think I saw that on Kurt's page as well. He was saying that, breaking news, Anthony Joshua was flying to, or is in Dallas already or something like that.
Hey, is that who said it? Was that Kurt? Kurt on California?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Kurt. I think Kurt capping, man. I don't know. Kurt capping. Breaking news. I don't. You know what, man? Kurt starting to No, I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it. I was gonna say something. I was gonna say something about some of his titles. Some of his titles, some people look at what's going on, Kat. Go ahead. What you want? Okay. Some of his titles be kind of I just say misleading at times. I say that. Philly Fly. Go ahead, Bo.
Nah, I think he's getting that from Blue Blood. You know how they like to put their little titles in there and try to make it like revealing so you can come watch the, it's like the clickbait stuff.
Yeah. Hey, that's what I was going to say, but I say no, I'm not going to say it. But you said it for me, so yeah, man, it's starting to get kind of like Blue Bloodish a little bit, you know what I mean? Because if this man is not, if they saying that Anthony Joshua was on a plane flying over here, and I think Kurt is at the fight. He's in Texas. I'm going to the Tank Davis fight. Tank Davis fighting in Atlanta. I'm going to go there, man. I'm gonna try to catch up with Shelton. I have family living in Atlanta, so I have somewhere to stay. I'm thinking about going. I'm thinking about going there to go see that fight. Hey, what's your Philly Fly? What do you say, fam? The SLDBC changed their narrative like switching lanes if it suits their agenda. Absolutely. Still, Chef, what do you say, fam? Nah, he in London. Okay, cool. I buy houses. What do you say, fam? I don't like Canelo's status being the face of boxing. Karma Serene say clickbait. Karma, you right. What do you say? What do you say, Philly Fly? Kurt makes a video with every little thing he hears. Like me, I don't make videos like that. He said, what about all your other comment, Brody? Yeah, I'm trying to catch everybody now, man. I don't, I'm trying to talk and look at everybody, see what they're saying. Okay, like Karma said, that y'all believe it. Y'all believe what that lie Kurt put on this. Yeah. Let's see. Walking Dead. What do you say, fam? Try being in the UK with lockdowns. Yeah, man. I hear you guys on some communist stuff going on over there, man. You guys on man, you guys can't even come. You can't. I hear you guys in the UK can't even open your window to look out the window. They got you guys. Whew. Yeah, man. They can't like over here. I'm glad. I feel bad for you guys in the UK. I really do. IBH classy gentleman. For my brother. Okay. Oh, somebody got dropped. Dude named Calvin Davis got dropped. Some squirrels look like some scrubs. Going down like a kickstand. What you say? Benny Bishop online says AJ landed in Dallas, Texas 8 hours ago. Yeah, I don't know where they got that from though. I don't know where they got that from. Let's see. Somebody sent me a private chat. Let me in, Coach Bo. Oh, that was you, Bo. Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know where they got that from. I don't know where they got that from. AJ landing in. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, like with me, Karma. I can't make a video every time I hear something. Hey, say it, Coach. Kurt begging it. Yeah, I can't like these guys every time they hear something. Breaking news. Anthony Joshua. He dropped his pencil on the ground and he picked it up with his right hand. Does that mean that he could be signing the contract for him and Tyson Fury mega fight that happens soon? What do you guys think? You know what I mean?
What's so funny? Like, you're right. They say breaking news, and they don't even say breaking news on the real articles. But they be saying breaking news like they broke the news.
Hey, listen. Hey, Karma. The UK gets so many social services. Y'all can't complain, really. Yeah. Benny Bishop say fake news. Benny Bishop. What do you say, Paul Burke? Canelo is unbelievable boxer. Not saying BJS will beat him. Will beat Canelo. I'm just saying he would not KO BJS. Yeah, I don't think he'll get KO. Hi, Coach and Chad. I hope everyone is well. There are rumors that about that Eddie may announce the AJ fight tonight. Does anyone? Yeah, I saw that interview that Eddie gave. That rumor is coming from an interview that Eddie gave. He didn't say that he was going to announce anything. He said it's a possibility, but there's still some things that's. He said pretty much the fight is done and there's still some things that need to be worked out or whatever. But so people took that and ran with it, and now they're putting out all this information that Eddie, the fight is going to be announced tonight. The fact of the matter is, we don't know, man. We don't know. We also pay like 40 cents and 40% tax and like 20% on everything we purchase So we can't complain. Yeah, like y'all getting the hell tax out of y'all in the UK. Like that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Still, Chef, what you say, fam? They source news from each other. Yeah, that's right. Because Blue Bloods, and I like Blue. He lie a lot. He lie all the goddamn time. Now he lie all the time. Like it's not a day go by he don't lie. And he say it with a straight face. Him, just the whole Alphabet Boy community. They all source each other. Sources say that Deontay Wilder, the bronze bomber Wilder, is going to get $80 million in step aside money. You see what I'm saying? That's what the sources say. And then, hey, who you got the source from? Oh, I got it from Fanon. Fanon, who you got your source from? Oh, I got it from Drew Titan. Drew Titan, who your source is? 7A Sports. 7A Sports, who your source is? Boston Eagle. Boston Eagle, who your source is? Dante's Race Baiting Nation. Dante's Race Baiting Nation, who your source is? IQ TV. All of them source each other. You know what I mean? They never say who the source is. They just source each other.
Yeah, you know what's so funny, Coach, is if you read the comment section of their channels, right? They be like, "Yeah, good work, Blue. Yeah, man, you putting in work." That's how they be and whatnot. And then you know who got the funny titles as well is Dante Boxing Nation.
Oh,
because
yeah,
when he break news, he gonna put in this video and say the whole truth, like he actually can know the whole truth or something.
Hey, Toom. Hey, shout out to my brother Toom, man. I was looking for you earlier, fam. Shout out to my brother Toom for the super chat, man. Listen, you got money on the draw, but I really think Canelo finna get him out of there. Yeah, man. All jokes aside, man. You know I'd be laughing and kicking it. It's gonna be a tall task for Billy Joe Saunders to win this fight. I do know this and understand this, guys. I really do. Trust me, I do. You know what I mean? Canelo's a bad boy, but I'm giving Billy Joe the benefit of the doubt in this fight. And then I bet 100 to bring me back 450. If I lose, I just lose 100. You know what I mean? It's not a big deal to me, to be honest with you. But I'm going for Billy Joe, man. I'm going for Billy Joe. Listen, I might mess around and pick Billy Joe to knock Canelo out, probably like in the 5th or 6th round. Hey, Bo, what do you think about that?
Man, if that happens, man, oh my God, bro, that's gonna shake the world up.
Hey, if that happens,
Coach, I gotta ask you something, man. How you be doing those bets on a fight, like those Vegas bets? If you go to a certain website?
No, yeah, I just go to a website. I go to a certain website, and right here in Miami, there's a bunch of them, and then there's a bunch of like bookies that you can bet on. You can go to your local bookie, and like we have like here in Miami, they have several like different gambling houses. You can go there, place a bet. You can also place a bet. The bookies are whatever Vegas puts out. That's what the bookies will put out here. Sometimes they'll tweak it. Sometimes they'll tweak it a little bit, but they pay out though. They pay out good. They pay out. I'm telling you, bro, they pay out. They pay out. You like if you win, you go there, you're gonna get your money.
Yeah, because I'm about to go place a bet myself, man. Because I'm looking at the odds, and I'm like, well, sure, I could lose $100. So
yeah, you know what I mean. Hell, even if you don't put 100, you put 50. You know what I mean. You can put, but I just say 100 because 100 will bring you $450. You know what I mean. Again, we don't know. I understand that. Tyson. This is a tall task for Billy Joe Saunders. You know what I mean. But yet and still, I'm like, hell, fuck it. What I got to lose? I mean, it ain't. It is what it is. If Canelo Alvarez win, he's supposed to win. He was the favorite. He's supposed to win. If Billy Joe win, it's an upset because Billy Joe is not picked to win. You know what I mean? He's not picked to win at all. You know what I mean? So I'm feeling fly. What you say? If it gets announced, I'm trolling the Alphabet channels. Hey, listen. If Billy Joe, if the Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua fight get announced, I'm going to come on this live and retract my apology. Because remember, I apologize to those guys saying that, hey, they probably right. They might be right that, hey, Tyson Fury can't fight no one else. He has to fight Deontay Wilder. I'm going to retract my apology, take it back, put it back in my pocket, and say, I knew you guys didn't know what the hell you was talking about. You see what I'm saying? Because it just go to show that they just really capping for real.
Hey, you know what? Even if that is announced, they still going to run with the narrative and be like, ain't no way he's going to fight Anthony Joshua because he still owe a fight with Wilder.
Yeah, they're going to say that. And again, listen, if Eddie Hearn announced the AJ Fury fight tonight, SLDB SLDBC guys will go on vacation for a while. Hey, George, hey, listen, fam. You know what? Those guys would not go on vacation, bro. They would not go on vacation, fam. Listen, they don't like Tyson Fury. They don't like Anthony Joshua. It's like Fanon made this video where he was saying that the UK has destroyed the heavyweight division. And I'm like, how has the UK destroyed the heavyweight division? You know, like Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder, fair and square. Anthony Joshua is the unified heavyweight champion of the world. These are two British fighters. America has controlled the heavyweight division for years until Lennox Lewis came on the scene and became undisputed heavyweight champion. He took that. He did do that. And I'm like, dude, like everybody has their turn. I care about the sport of boxing more than I care about Deontay Wilder. Now the UK has ruined the sport of boxing all because Deontay Wilder got beat. He got beat. Simple. How you gonna get mad at an entire country in the UK because Deontay Wilder got beat by Tyson Fury? I mean,
you know, I would say maybe they spoiled because, you know, America, we have dominated, you know, boxing and whatnot. But I can't even say it's even them, you know, being spoiled. I just think the fact of the matter is that the fighters that they like is not wearing the crown, pretty much.
Yeah. And that's what it is. Shout out to my brother Paul CX, man, for the $20. Well, not $20. Is that 20 pounds or euros? I want to say if it's from the UK, it might be a 20 pound. For the 20 pound super chat, man. Shout out to my brother, man, Paul CX, man. I really appreciate that, fam. You know what I mean? Like, bro, like I don't, you know, I can't sit back and say that, you know, because Deontay Wilder lost. Hell, Deontay Wilder can come back and fight. You know, stop showing pictures of you doing the pass with Malik Scott. You need to say something. Listen, guys, tell me, do you guys agree with this? Tell me, do y'all agree with this? Do you agree that Deontay Wilder, if he really want to make a statement, he should show up in Dallas, Texas tonight? He should have been there yesterday. Do you think Deontay Wilder should show up at the fight, right? Step to Eddie Hearn. You know it's going to be cameras everywhere and say, not Eddie Hearn. I'm tripping. Not Eddie Hearn. Tyson Fury is in Dallas. They're there to root on Billy Joe Saunders, right? Wilder should be in Texas right now saying, yeah, I'm in town. I want my rematch. I want my third match. You cheated me. You did this. You did that. You ain't fighting nobody. And listen, Deontay Wilder should come to Texas right now, run up on Tyson Fury, run up on Eddie Hearn, and say, listen, all this talk about you fighting Joshua for undisputed, ain't none of that going down. You owe me a rematch for the third fight. I'm here to let you know that I'm back. The Twerkinator is back. I'm here to defend my crown, to take back what's rightfully mine, get my belt back. That's what Deontay Wilder should be doing. And all jokes aside about the Twerkinator. But I'm just saying, but he need to show up in Texas right now and let it be known that, listen, I'm here and Tyson Fury, you all this talk about you fighting Anthony Joshua next, you need to kill all that. You gonna fight me next. That's what he should do. By him hiding in Alabama is making him look bad because Tyson Fury is right here in the country. And it seems like that Deontay Wilder is hiding and ducking because Tyson Fury is here in the USA and he don't want to face him. That's what it seemed like to me. Shout out to my main man, Toon. I'm gonna let you talk, Bo. Shout out to Toon for the super chat. What you say, Toon? I don't understand how you can make believe Wilder was drugged. Fury has no padding and brass knuckles and egg weights. The ref and coach was cricket. Like, man, if Fury did cheat, it can't be. Listen, that's my whole thing too, man. Like, which one was it? Was it everything? Was it the referee, the gloves, the egg weights, the padding, the water bottle, the costume? I mean, come on, man. But I think Tyson Wilder needs to be in Alabama. Wilder needs to be in Texas tonight, man. What do you guys think, man? Paul CS, what you got to say, fam? He should, he should, but his ass is in nipping. His ass is in nipping. I don't think he legit wants to fight. He just wants some money for getting in the way of undisputed. Yeah, that's a possibility, man. What do you say, Steel Shelf? Wilder can't show up in Texas because he knows Charlie Zelenoff is attending the fight. Oh man, Southside Boss, what you say? Yes, but if AJ is there, then what would be the point? He would just be there like a spare part. Listen, all I'm saying is he need to be there to say, "Hey, coach, you heard Showbiz the adult?" Yeah. I listen to Showbiz. Showbiz is funny. I like Showbiz. He's a good guy. I never spoke with him before, never talked to him, never met him, but I like his content. He's a good guy. I like him. He appears to be a good guy. How brilliant it would be if Fury, AJ, and Wilder all showed up in Texas. Hey, Charlo. Hey, boy, if Fury, well, we already know Fury's in Texas, and AJ showed up and Wilder was there, but even if AJ didn't show up, Wilder needs to be there. Wilder needs to be there. You know what I mean? Wilder needs to be there. What you say, Nick Rich, what you say? No, the twerkinator is appropriate. Yeah, man, the twerkinator, man. Hey, listen, Wilder should walk in like Clubber Lang. Yeah, listen, Clubber Lang. Yeah, he should walk in like Clubber Lang, man. Oh yeah, Halim say don't forget the towel. Yeah, he did throw the towel. Yeah, the towel also. What you say? He could, but yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that, Paul CS. He could, but both of them, if he does have the bullocks, to show, assuming that they are all there, it'd be Wilder. We need to see the round robin to be fair. Yeah, another thing too, guys. I think Wilder is ducking. Because he doesn't want to have to answer those tough questions. That's another thing too. Bo, what do you think? Because if he come out of hiding, he's going to have to, people going to be asking him questions about Mark Breland, water bottle, glove gate, costume gate, referee gate. They're going to be asking him all these questions. And I don't think he wants to face the music with that.
Well, eventually he's going to have to face that music if he decides to come out regardless and box again.
Right, exactly. He's not going to be able to avoid those. Karma Serene, what do you say, sis? You say Charlo is messy. Oh, you talking about the other Charlo. Hey, shout out to my main man, Bo. Shout out to my main man, Toon, for the super chat. Well, I've heard the arbitration was for money and not for the actual fight. Yeah, I heard that too. Hey, Toon, I heard that as well, that the arbitration is for money. But I'm just saying, and still, I'm saying, according to what the Alphabet Boys are saying, Tyson Fury cannot fight no one else because he has this arbitration in the way. And that might be the case, or it may not be the case. We don't know, because Tyson Fury said that it's a possibility he doesn't know, to be fair. That's what Tyson Fury said. So we really don't know, fam. We really don't know, right? So all I'm saying is, if Deontay Wilder is serious, according to what the Alphabet Boys are saying, Karma Serene, Toon, Jeff Lucietta, Nick Rich, my brother Bold, Halim, if Deontay Wilder is serious about, hey, listen, I got this arbitration, Wilder Fury can't fight nobody else, he need to pull up on Fury today. Wilder need to pull up on Fury and say, look, all this talk about you fighting Anthony Joshua next, kill that noise. The only person you fighting next is me until it's day. I want my revenge, and I want to get my belt back. This is what Deontay Wilder should be saying. But I'm gonna tell you guys something. Southside Boston say, hey, coach, Wilder should come and get you so you can sell the fight for him. Hey, listen. Wilder should come and show up and let the world know that he's not in hiding. He's here, he's back. But I'm gonna tell you something. If Wilder fights Tyson Fury again, he's gonna get his ass whooped again. I'm gonna tell you why. He has Malik Scott training him. In the Alphabet Boy channels, if you've been on their channels, right? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've been on Blue Channel. The other day. He's hyping Malik Scott up like he Angelo Dundee. Like he what's my main man name who passed away? Sugar Hill's uncle who passed away. Emmanuel Stewart. Like he's Emmanuel Stewart. Like he's Robert Garcia. Like he's what's my brother? Buddy McGirt. Like he's what's the Freddie Roach? He's hyping Malik. They are hyping Malik Scott up like Malik Scott can bring something out of Wilder that Mark Breland couldn't bring out of him. What the hell are he gonna bring out of Wilder that Mark Breland couldn't bring? Mark Breland was clearly one of the baddest boxers that ever put on a pair of gloves. He came off the best Olympic gold medal team that America has ever put together, and he was the best fighter out of that whole group. What can Malik Scott, the guy who took a dive against Deontay Wilder, what can he bring to the table to help him prepare for Tyson Fury? Are you kidding me? Like, for real. You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. Malik Scott. They hyping Malik Scott up. They are hyping Malik Scott up like he is one of the greatest trainers of all time. Child to the please. Miss me with that bullshit. You see
man,
what I'm
my
saying?
thing is this. It don't matter who Deontay Wilder has as his trainer. If Deontay Wilder is not listening to these guys, it's not going to change the result whatsoever.
Adrian, you're right. You're right about that. And Bo, you're right about that. The thing is, if you have a fighter that won't listen to you, and he comes out in public and says he don't do any of the training that the fighters do. He don't do the running like he's supposed to. He don't do a lot of the things that traditionally that boxers do in order to get their body in shape. If he doesn't do any of those things, guys, he's not going to beat a fighter who does. Right? He's not going to beat a fighter who does. That's just not going to happen. You know, and if he's still making excuses for why he lost, that's another reason why he's not going to win. Because he hasn't accepted the fact of how he lost. That means he's not going back and look at the tape to see what mistakes he's made and see how he can make the adjustments in order to make sure that he gets a different outcome. I just don't see him beating him again, dog. I just don't, man. The arbitration is only for a year, though. I think to get the rematch. Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. I really don't know. Benny Bishop, I don't know what it is. Coach, if he wins again because he has in his mind, now when you think you're the best and you get destroyed by someone, it's very hard to come back against that same fight. You're right about that. Because in his mind, he was this monster, he was this assassin. You see what I'm saying? And then now, he lost. You know what I mean? So perhaps Wilder will listen to Malik. He didn't seem to listen to Breland. That could be the integral part of it in order to get him to learn something. Yeah, he's 35 years old. I don't see him listening. I mean, Malik Scott, I don't know, man. Bro, I just don't see it, bro. Like, who the hell is Malik Scott? Like, who is he trained? That's all I'm saying, guys. That's all I'm saying. Halim said, Coach, I did ask Ben Davison would he train Wilder. He just laughed. Yeah, I mean, who would he like who is Malik Scott? You know, he could have got a reputable. It looks like he got Malik Scott because he needs somebody that's gonna be a yes man. You see what I'm saying? Wilder would brag about not studying boxing and still able to be successful. Yeah, you're able to be successful because the heavyweight division is weak. There's not a lot of competition in the heavyweight division. You have Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. I give you Dillian White. I give you Alexander Usyk, and I'll probably give you Joe Joyce.
Ruiz.
Yeah, who? Which one? Oh yeah, Andy Ruiz. I'll give you Andy Ruiz, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I mean, hell, I even give you what's the dude name? Gorgeous. He said he the most gorgeous man on the planet or something. What's my guy name? He's a PBC fighter, heavyweight. I think he only had one or two losses. I forgot his name. I forgot his name. I think of it. I forgot his name, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know what it is, man. But anyways, shout out to my brother Toon, man, for the super chat. You think Wilder actually believes the accusations, or is he just piggybacking off of the YouTuber's claims? I mean, I think he believes some of it, and I think it's a combination of the two. You know what I mean? I think it's a combination of the two. You know what I mean? But Malik Scott, he come on, man. Malik Scott is, and this is no disrespect to Malik Scott. I heard he's a nice guy, but come on, man. Let's be real, bro. This is your trainer. Are you serious? He's a friend. He might respect his opinion more even though there is no justifiable reason to trust his over Breland. Yeah, man. Yeah. Charles Martin. Mr. T, thank you, bro. Thank you. Charles Martin. That's the guy I was thinking about. You know, maybe Charles Martin really, but the heavyweight division is weak, man. There's really nothing there.
I mean, it's better than what it was the past 10 years. I will say that.
Yeah,
and then you got Jared Alice, what's his name? Jared Anderson.
Jared Anderson.
Yeah. I think he's gonna be the truth when he, once he get up there.
Yeah, Jared Anderson is gonna be our next American heavyweight champion, hands down. I can't wait to start covering him more, putting more videos together for him. And unlike Wilder, he can box, and he's a switch hitter. I've seen like maybe 5 of Jared Anderson's fights. He's a switch hitter. He fights southpaw and orthodox, and he does it well. He does it well too. You know what I mean? So Nick Rich says Wilder believes that. Wilder said his costume was heavy. Yeah, I think he believes it. I think he believes it. Nick Rich, I really do. Charlo said that I doubt Wilder would listen to Malik if he couldn't. But and listen, Malik has been in this corner the whole time with Breland. Malik Scott has been in the camp for forever. So, you see what I'm saying? So I just don't see it. Jeff Lucietta, imagine if Teddy Atlas was training him. That wouldn't last long. No, because Teddy Atlas is a strong disciplinary. You know what I mean? I think Wilder wants someone in this corner that he can just boss around and tell what to do. That's what I think. You know what I mean? Wilder tagged Fury on rounds 2 and 3. People over-exaggerate that something was wrong with Wilder. Yeah, he tagged him. Listen, I'm not saying, the Wilder lost. I'm not making any excuses. Shout out to my brother Bacon and Eggs. Let me go ahead and hit the Ali bell for Bacon and Eggs, man. Shout out to you, fam. Shout out to you, brother. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, guys, we're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna come back at 8 o'clock. I do have a live stream at 8 o'clock. We're gonna cover these fights, man. Shout out to my big brother, shout out to my brother Bo. Shout out to Shelton Moore. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You know how we do it. We're gonna give everybody a shout out. Shout out to my brother Toon. Shout out to Steel Shelf. Give y'all a round of applause too, as well. Shout out to my brother Steel Shelf. Shout out to Benny Booms, Benny Bishop. Shout out to Southside Boxing. Shout out to my brother Toon. Shout out to my brother Philly Fly. Shout out to my main man Halim. Shout out to Jeff Lucietta. Shout out to Southside Boxing. Shout out to my sister Karma Serene. Shout out to Lisa Bells. Shout out to Lady Shan. Shout out to let's see, Southside Boxing. Shout out to Boxing Fan. Shout out to everybody. Adrian. Shout out to my main man Tellum. Shout out to Smith and West. Shout out to the Floyd Hairweather. Shout out to my brother George Ickles. Shout out to who else we have? Shout out to my brother Paul CX. Shout out to, I did say Jeff Lucietta. Shout out to let's see, who else we got? I don't want to keep repeating the same name. Shout out to Boxing Fan. I did say Boxing Fan. Shout out to, I said my brother Toon. Shout out to Steel Shelf. Shout out to my brother Charlo in the building. Shout out to my brother Charlo. Shout out to Benatti. Shout out to Nick Rich. And shout out to the guys who came on earlier, man, who really was rocking with me earlier. Other than that, guys, it's our boy Coach Malachi Williams. Shout out to Desi. Shout out to Desi. I just want to say what's up to you. Shout out to my brother Diallo Huggy. Shout out to my brother Male Bogo. Shout out to you, fam. Shout out to my brother Corin Kid. And shout out to everybody in the chat, Steel Shelf. Other than that, this is our boy Coach Malachi Williams signing out, man, for New Media Today USA Boxing. Also, guys, tune back in at 8 o'clock. We're going to rock back again at 8 o'clock, okay? Other than that, this is our boy Coach Malachi Williams signing out for New Media Today USA Boxing. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.